Hey there, hey there, hey there. Let me make sure I'm live. Let me go to my channel and check here. Listen, these are going to be a lot different, a little more casual. Okay, so let me see. Well, it looks like I'm live, so here we go. Hello, Night Fright Talk Show. William Cromer, Harry Scott. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Late Late Horror Show. Where I'm trying to find myself live on here. There we go. Just so I can see everything. Welcome, everybody, to the Late Late Horror Show. I asked everybody yesterday what I should do, and I think you are going to see me live on a daily basis right here on the Late Late Horror Show, doing my Lego City, my Lego builds, anything I'm doing. This takes hours. I'll probably be on for about 3 hours. If I take a break, okay, I will probably play an old-time radio while I'm gone, maybe getting something to eat or something. And I will put the be right back thing up there. So just to let you guys know, and you'll listen to Nero Wolf or something like that, I got ready for tonight. So, but this is, it's just, listen, I know this is different, but instead of starting all over, I've been debating this for months and months and months. Hello, Connie Clary. Just posted movie night for you. Connie will be doing a movie night Friday, tonight, Friday, at 8 p.m., Nosferatu 1922. I posted for the members, and I posted on the Patreon, so there you go. Jedi Bricks. Hello. This is Dino Brickhaven. But I decided to just do everything here. I've got a built-in audience already. I'm going to set up a playlist for all my Lego stuff and do everything from this channel. So that's what I'm going to do. But good to see you. We'll try drop in if still on later. Sounds good. Thank you, Jedi Bricks. Yeah, and Coffee Shop of Horrors. No breaks. Got to finish in one sitting. Oh. Coffee Shop of Horrors. I can't. There's too much going on. I've got 2 kids. They're almost grown, but lots of stuff to do all day long. You know what I mean? But this is going to be more chill, more relaxed, more ASMR, because I will interact with everybody right here on the screen. And Harry Scott, William Cromer. Good to see everybody. Hopefully this, people enjoy this leading up until the overnight stream with good detective shows tonight. So I am on bag 27 and Coffee Shop of Horrors. Listen, there's no way I can sit through all of this, especially this one. This is Lego Lord of the Rings Bara-dur ideas, set 10-333, and hey everyone, and man, I did Concord in one sitting. That was rough. Wow. Oh, so you're into the Legos and stuff. I'm going to do another overview of the city very, very soon. But yeah, okay, I'm on bag 27. So I'm trying my hardest. I want to get this done. Hey Mandy, what is going on? Good to see you. This is, hopefully you can see it right. This is the second level that I'm starting on right now, which is pretty darn cool. I mean, already it's starting to take shape. But the lower level, which, again, I'm going to do an in-depth review of this when I'm done building it, which should be next couple days. And I will be going live every time I do these, just trying to get some explanations and stuff across. Like I said, I've been debating for almost 9 months, maybe a year, whether to stop this channel, start a whole new channel for my Legos, because, listen, that's my love right now and everything. I've always got the love for old-time radio, you know that. But I do this on a daily basis. I'm working on the Lego City. This is going to be something that's going to take years to do, constantly building the city and everything else. But just to give you an idea of how big this set is, I mean, here I'm slipping the second level in, but the tower is going to come way up here. So this is going to slip right in here. And this sucker is huge. It is huge. And I will push that back there and put this right here so I can start building the next pieces. But yeah, tonight on the channel, Detective Stream Overnight, got a good mix. Again, if I take a break, you will see the Be Right Back, and I will play an Old Time Radio show and be right back, because I plan on going to 9:30, roughly a half hour before the overnight tonight, and that's probably what I'll do who knows how many days a week, at least Monday through Friday, because I work on these every day. So that's kind of how it's going to go. Uh-oh, Lego, hello back. That's incredible. Yeah, we thought of that one, but we might not do the Atlas rocket. Oh, I got that. I got that too, the rocket. And I've got a lot of stuff sitting over there. I will do an overall soon. But again, this is a little bit different. Trying to explain here. Just going to put everything here. All my Lego stuff and all that stuff is going to be in one playlist on the front of the channel page. Yeah, and that's it. Again, always chime in. Good to see you, William. Good to see you, William. Always chime in if you want to. I know this isn't for everybody, but it's way easier to do everything here. So, like I said, after almost a year of contemplating what to do, I'm going to kind of keep things rolling on the channel, and do all these builds and do these during the day or afternoon up to the overnight show. So, yeah. There's some days I'm going to be working on the city, but I want to get this done and then work on something new. I've got tons. Halloween's going to be great. Christmas is going to be great because I've got the Home Alone house for Christmas. That's going to be awesome to build for like a Christmas theme. I always admire and wonder about your cool desk and office. Thanks, Mandy. I should do. Listen, eventually I'm going to do a whole tour of everything because, yeah, all my toys, my Lego City in front of me. Yeah, I took a lot of the toys and stuff I had on the table here now. It's an actual table, so it's bigger. But again, there'll be moments I'm quiet, putting things together. I've got to kind of, stay in the moment to, because what I do is I don't use the booklet. It's just too hard to see, I need these glasses. So it's a big screen with the PDF from the Lego site, building instructions, right on the screen. So I'm getting ready to open up bag 27 and take it from there. And whoever shows up and enjoys. And always ask a question if you want. I will be looking at the chat as much as possible. Here's the ASMR part. I'm going to open up the bags. You hear the ripping, the clicks and all that. Sorry I haven't been following the show. It's been a rough half year-ish. Listen, coffee shop before, no problem whatsoever, buddy. I've still got one more bag of coffee from you sitting up there. So, again, my dream was to open up a coffee shop too and talk to you about it. When that happens. Listen, who knows? Garbage over here. Relaxing time. During my breaks, like I said, I will play an old-time radio show. Might be gone for the show, like 25 minutes, something like that. And then when that's over, I'll get back to doing this. But here we go. Definitely gotta make sure everything is out of the bag. Looks like I've got some more, two more figures to build. And you know what? I might have to push this just a little bit more. give myself just a little bit more room. Yeah, bag 27 looks like it's going to have a lot of little things, little parts building these. And I'll try to show the things that I make. Okay, so everything is out, and it looks like we are going to build an orc here. We are building an orc. So, if I can find these pieces. Okay, so the orc body. Where's your head? Green guy. Green orc, there we go. And I do believe his hair piece. Then I'll get the sword, and here's his sword. Gotta click it in. Okay, sword and shield. These shields are pretty cool too, man. I'll get a close-up on the camera there. Let's see, hold on. I want to show you the figure as I build it. Let me turn him around this way. There he is. I think just pretty cool. These figures are awesome. Honestly, I've got all the figures lined up right here. I know, I'm a little kid is what I am. Well, I'm a big kid is what I am. I really like, this was the first time I saw Gollum right there. I think that Gollum is really, really cool. Look at that. Smeagol. It's Smeagol. I think that's cool. Okay. So I got one more figure to build here. This looks like a worker orc or something like that. What the heck is this? Okay, legs. Here we go with the legs. Oh, they are plastic bags for yours. Thought it was supposed to be paper recycle bags for this one. No, this one isn't paper, but yeah, I think they're starting to have recycled paper for these. So I guess that's a good idea. I'm like, I guess that's a good idea. Hello, Harry Scott. Hopefully the kitties are doing all right. Okay. One figure. I've got to build the staff now. This bag's going to be slower because it's a lot of little pieces, I think. And he's holding some kind of, it's the hot dog piece, sausage piece or something like that. Some food. I don't know what that is. I'll let you guys look at it real close. Here you go. Okay, so that's the second figure. Let me make sure. Get that close. That's the second figure. Come on. Yeah, I don't know what. It's like some worker orc or something. I don't know. Listen, I don't know. He's got some kind of do-rag on his head, which is kind of weird. Middle Earth, and he's got some kind of do-rag. I don't know what is that. That's kind of weird, kind of odd. Okay, on to the next step. Here we go. This is where we start speeding ahead. Denny, what is going on? Good to see you, Denny. Dave Plouffe. It's hot here. Just shot my garden video for tomorrow. Yes, Dave Plouffe. We will be doing our show Sunday. And check out his channel and his video for his gardening videos. There you go. Good to see you here, Dave. And Denny and everybody else. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, so here we go. Okay, what's that going to be? Looks like some giant See, I'm putting stuff on the inside of this now. That's what we're doing. Now that I got the second level kind of formed, and I love the towers and columns on these. They're really, really cool. Next thing I do is work my way through here. Yes, Dave's, they're very relaxing, his garden videos, Dave. Plouffe. They are very, very chill. And I got the Lord of the Hobbit hardcover. Dave got the book here, which I've read over and over and over, so of course. Okay, so and again, if I go quiet, it's just me doing my thing here. Gotta concentrate. And there will be a break, probably midpoint. And I am taking this up till tonight with the stream, but there is a point where I'm going to put this right up, be right back. And all that means is I need to go eat something or a bathroom break. And I will play an old time radio while I'm gone. Okay. Here we go. Can't wait to talk Sunday, Dave. Should be fun as usual. Wow. Listen, you got me going back now. I can't even remember. Wild Wild West, right? Yes. Night of the Sudden Death. Listen, every Sunday is fun talking with Dave. We always have fun, man. Sometimes I'm a little too rambunctious, but do you know there's something strangely relaxing and charming watching you build with Legos? Well, thank you. That's the whole point. I'm going to build these. Why not stream it and hang out? And listen, I'm not expecting a whole lot of people to just start showing up, but I am hitting the Legos hardcore, that's for sure. Because it's what I fell in love with here, so. Yep, Wild Wild West. We'll showcase my Hobbit book on Sunday. Oh, sweet, Dave, yeah. Wonder which, I have some very old paperbacks that I really like that's got really good artwork on it. I should bring those out too. I've got a lot of Lord of the Rings stuff. I've got some playing cards. Okay, so far, hopefully you guys can see that okay. They don't make as, some of them make better clicking sounds than others. Hey, get over here, Barrel. Okay. So that looks like that's done. Let's move to all these little pieces. You know, it is therapeutic too, I tell you that much. It's very therapeutic. Put these on here. And then the flat 2 stud. Where are you? Flat. Where's the flat 2 stud? Okay, there we go. I fell in love with the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit. Here we go. It's where we're going to put all our utensils and our chicken, as there's a chicken here that we are going to place, and a pot. You know, it's all the details inside of these sets too that you just never see, and it's so cool. Okay, come on, snap in. Okay, there you go. Now I need a pot. It's, yeah, all these little details and how they make these, it's just so ingenious. Whoa, my ginger ale 2-liter just popped because of the temperature change. And here, yeah, we got a big bone in there. What is that? Is that a human femur bone. Is that what that is? The orcs are eating the not humans, but maybe the hobbits or something. I don't know. Okay, let's see. I need a hatchet. Where's the hatchet? Come on. There we go. You see how this can take time. You know, it takes a little bit longer to streaming it because I'm chatting. But that's okay. That's what I want to do. Okay, green and... Okay, there we go. This looks like some kind of branches? What? Usually these are like tiny little branches in the Lego sets. Yep. Sometimes pieces break off too. So that, well no, we need a goblet. It is for soup, Three Stooges style. Yes. Soup. Okay, so there we go. That's kind of the... That's going to go inside. Okay, that goes inside. As I try to place this. Not hard to get in there. But there we go, into place. And we are starting to build the inside with furniture and whatnot. So, very cool. You know, that camera's upside down. Every time I'm showing something, it's upside down. Sorry about that, people. And I do apologize if I like do sips and stuff like that. I am going to kind of bring in the ASMR side of things here too, with sounds and everything else. Nyuk, nyuk, nyuk. Yeah, I fell in love with Three Stooges when I was in my teens. Believe it or not, that like around 16, somewhere around there, I started listening, reading the books, and I fell in love. Best thing ever. Okay. Oh, now I gotta go back in here. Let's see. Let me bring... Okay, I didn't think I was going to be doing any more of these, but let me go. I gotta put that there. This goes here. I'm placing the bottom pieces, studs, in there. You know, they could have had me do this before I put this beam in here, which is really weird. Sorry for being late. What did I miss? Oh, Kevin, you're fine. I'm just on bag 27, going very slowly at this point, but just building up to the stream tonight, and it's hard for you guys to see these little things I'm doing in here right now, but it is what it is. Okay, so one of these things are going to hold a bone right there. This is going to go... And I keep looking at the computer because I'm going off of the PDF from Lego's website. Let me put a bone in there. Can you guys see that? I think you guys can see a little bit of what I'm doing there. Okay, the bone goes up. I turned that the wrong way. Let me get this out. Turn this around. Okay. Again, this is my first stream on here, on this channel, doing this, so let's see how it goes, but irregardless, this is where I am doing it from now on, so my mind made up. Let's see, this will go here. And you gotta go off of all the studs. You gotta kind of figure everything out. Okay, this looks like... And there are some things you're gonna see less. And I tried getting the camera as close as possible. Fluff Chick Productions, woohoo! Hey Fluff Chick. Hey Connie, how you doing? Okay, the floor is taking place shape here. Okay. Boy, that Carol Burnett channel too on here on YouTube. I thought I seen every Carol Burnett, and all of a sudden they're playing things that I've never seen before, skits I've never seen before, and I'm like, and I've got the whole set, I thought, collection, but evidently I don't. Okay, I'm starting to get through this bag. Again, it's hard working. They should have had me do the floor kind of before this beam, but that's okay. Okay, that's in there. I think I got all of that. Move on to the next. And you definitely never want to, you don't want to miss a piece, because when you go back, it drives you nuts. Fun fact, 99% of lion roars in movies and TV shows are actually tiger roars. I simply thought it would be nice to know. Thank you, Kevin Lane. I think I did hear that somewhere before, so I hear you. Okay, let me continue. Black little post studs. Let's see. I've even got a carrot here. I'm going to be making a carrot. Not making a carrot, building a carrot. You just put the green in it. That's funny. The lion roar. They're tigers. Fun fact. That is a fun fact, Harry. Harry, what color's your cat? What kind of cat is it? Describe it if you could. Is it like is it black? Is it orange? Is it, I'm just curious. Let's see. Okay, what is this gonna be? Okay, this is where the wine is gonna go. I like how they did that with the wine. Just a little wine barrel. That's kind of cool. I'll show you guys up close after. Little wine barrel. Okay, wrong piece. Okay, wait a second. This should be lighter. See, sometimes it's the only thing with Lego. Sometimes it's hard to distinguish the lighter shades of brown, but that's going to be a wine barrel, if you can see that. Okay, here we go, and here's the where the wine's going to come out. And let me see if I can kind of get that to you. That's a wine. It's where the orcs get their wine. That's what it is. Okay, so that's going to go right on here, and I'll try to show the inside as I build it. God, I don't even know if you guys could see that. See the wine barrels, see that? Taking shape in there. There is a little menu on the inside for Bones. He's an orange cat named Zeke. Very cool, Harry. I think you might know, but you've been here long enough, but I've got two cats, a black cat and an orange cat. My orange cat is a male orange cat, you know, kind of he's a big softie, but the black cat is a female. I named her Zera after Planet of the Apes. The orange is Zaius, the orangutan from Planet of the Apes. Yeah, I've got a problem. I'm too much of a kid. Anyways. Okay, another barrel. Gonna go in on But they're really making me. I don't got the littlest of hands, but I'm making it work. He likes to knock stuff off the tables and counters. I bet that's my orange. Well, it's more my daughter's orange cat. It's really their orange cat, yeah. But it's mine. I'm the one that kind of rescued him. No, I put that in the wrong spot. See, pay attention, Dino. That goes there. That goes there. Okay, I gotta get through bag 27. Let's see. Cool. Yeah, it was like perfect. They were both kittens at the same time, and I got, Zero and Zayas. Okay, so that's all the pieces for that step. On to the next step, which is going to be a table. We're going to make a table for the inside of there. Okay. Make sure I got this microphone close enough to me. Here. And then some studs. Hey Harry, Fluff Chicks, that's Connie. She's got her own channel. Okay, let's see. I'm building this table here. Looks like there's going to be a lot of stuff. Goblets, there's some forks that I'm going to put on the table. Were they that civilized, orcs, that they'd use forks? I don't know. But I get it. I mean, it adds some coolness to it, I guess, putting utensils in there. Although, again, I don't think orcs are going to be... I don't think they're going to be using a fork. They're going to grab a big old piece of meat and just stuff it in their mouth. Or eat that way. Okay. Oh, I gotta make sure these are... Okay, that one turns because everything is going to be set a little bit differently. I knew that, Harry Scott. Okay, I mean, I figured you did, Harry. I don't know how many people, Connie... No, because you never really have come out and said, have you? That, hey, this is my channel, Fluff Chick Productions. But for anybody that don't, yeah, that's Connie. Oh well. Okay, now I've got to put the legs on. See, the legs are darker pieces of wood. Why wouldn't you keep it the same? I think, well, I guess it adds it. Yeah, I think that the darker legs add a little bit of something to it. So, orcs eat mutton. Jerry Seinfeld don't eat mutton. Oh my gosh. Everything goes back to Seinfeld, Dave. Okay, let me get the goblets. We got a goblet here. We got a fork. We got a fork going in here. Again, even if they eat mutton, Dave, I don't think they use a fork. Well, I guess, or you know what I mean? Beast. I don't know. I don't get it. Okay, some more. Another big piece of chicken leg right there. Yum. See, that's making me hungry. I've never had mutton. It's mutton. It's mutton, Harry. It's mutton to wait, how? It's nothing to. It's mutton to jump up and down about. It's really just a meat stew. I mean, isn't that what it is? It's just a meat stew. Oh, I'm getting hungry though. I mean, I'd like to have some mutton. Uber mutton. Anybody deliver mutton? I'd really like mutton to be delivered. Okay, if you want mutton to be delivered, then why are you calling me? Because I like mutton. Well, mutton, there's mutton on the menu. Okay, I'm getting out of hand now. You guys are making me turn into a giddy guy here. Okay, let's see. I'm loading up a short on my other channel and watching Dino do this. Okay, very cool, Connie. Again, Connie's got a movie night at 8 p.m. I did post it for the Patreons and the channel memberships. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is taking longer, but here, the table is done. There's the table. Chicken legs. I guess this is just a big old link of sausage is what that is. Gotta place this. Right. Okay, so this goes, if you can see, on the studs that I just placed. And yeah, that kind of looks cool. Let's see. Okay, let's see. You guys can kind of see it. Let's see, which way do I gotta turn it? I hate the camera, but that doesn't look good either. Okay, that's a little bit better. There is the inside, the things I've made. Again, I will do, see the little menu back there? But that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like that. It's all the little things that make it so fun. Okay, so let me go down and continue this. You got your mutton in my peanut butter. Oh, God. Yeah, Dave. Only Seinfeld fans will understand what we're talking about. Okay, here we go. What is this going to be? This is going to be, oh, this is where they're going to be the big old pot hanging where you boil Bugs Bunny. Get in a pot. I said get in a pot there, boss. Yosemite Sam, yeah. Okay. So here we go. Put this there. Okay, where are you? See, I mean, there's not even a lot of pieces here. And sometimes it's hard for me to find them. If you have the camera, then try slapping it. If you hate the camera, then try slapping it. No, I wouldn't do that, Kevin Lane. That would not work out too well. That would not work out so well. Okay, so got the arms set. The pot is going to go there. Okay, so so far, that's kind of that's the pot. Oh, and there's the carrot and the bone that I'm going to put in there. So if you can see, there's the pot, and that's going to hang over. Let's see, where is this going to go? The fire, that's right here. Okay. That makes sense. Very cool. I can't wait to show everything once it's done. Okay, we got a shield on the ground. It's kind of weird. What's it on the ground for? Why is it just sitting there on the ground? And does that click into place? No. I kind of don't understand that. Okay, this isn't going to click into place. Let me look at the pieces. Yeah, that makes no sense. Just put this, lay it down in there is what I do. Because it don't click into nothing. It doesn't fit on a stud or anything like that. So I guess there you go. Okay, on to the next step. Now we are building another outer wall is what we're doing. You know, the ginger ale helps. Helps my ulcer. helps my ulcer. That's what it does. Okay, here we go. I gotta pay attention to this one here. Got a lot of pieces coming up on here. Got a lot of pieces coming up on here. Okay, so this is gonna be there. One stud out, hanging off. There's two studs on the brick. They're looking to pick up chicks, is what they're doing. Hey, I'm a stud. Yeah. He's a Lego stud. Okay, let's see. Put this. Okay. Listen, I paid enough for this microphone. It better be good with picking up all these sounds. Sounds good, Harry. You come and go. You take care of that cat. Come on. Okay, let me see. I gotta put this back because it popped off. Okay. Next section. WTF horror and sci-fi. Were any dwarfs thrown yet? Were any dwarfs thrown? They weren't thrown yet, no. Templar found. Hey, Templar. I appreciate all those Facebook and Twitters and all that stuff. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Okay, here we go. Continue on. I tell you what, I do need to start going faster than this. Otherwise, I'll never get this thing done. But I will say it's been a fun build. Listen, this is just chat, chill, and build. Okay. Next one. Straight down here. Straight down here. And close to 7, I'm going to play a narrow woof while I go get something to eat. I'm going to keep the stream going, but just go get something to eat. So that's about 30 minutes away. Hopefully I can get done with this bag, start on the next bag, and let me make sure all of that is done. Yep. And again, I know most of my audience comes in later at night, but if you guys just want to hang out while I'm doing this, you know, that's cool. I appreciate people being here. Because when it comes down to it, I'm not looking to like blow up the internet with my Lego channel, although I think what I'm doing is pretty cool when it comes to the Lego City. But I'm just here to relax, chill, and enjoy this hobby. And I am. Just figured, you know what, I'm going to take you guys along with me if you want. And the videos will always be here. Okay, let's see. Yeah, these walls, I mean, They do a good job the way they make these, that's for sure. Okay. 2 more. I've had so many of these just like pop off, like when I tried to click it together and it just goes flying. Crazy. Crazy. I'm crazy for feeling lonely. I'm crazy for trying. And I'm crazy for love with you. Okay, a couple studs there. Another one. Is that it? Okay. Next. Okay, I gotta build something separate. Let me get all these pieces over here. Yes, yes, Connie. Yes, 100%. Yeah, we talked about that. 100%. Make it. Yeah, we'll talk some more. And they will come. Okay, let's see. Click these pieces together. There's no way this should be taking me this long. This bag did have a lot of little pieces, but that's still no. That's still no excuse to go as slow as you're going, Dino. Okay. This right here. Okay. Now I've got more. Yeah, we're building this tower up. Wait a second. Oh. What do you, why does that 2-liter keep popping like that? It's like keep changing temperatures. That, why is that? What's going on there? That's not that far up. See, I gotta figure this out. Where did I make a mistake? That's there. Oh, okay. I got it. I figured it out. There were 2 pieces on the last step that makes that higher. Then I can go along there. Okay. Right there. Next step. We are building this tower up. I am getting done with this bag. Okay. Here we go. And have we reached the peak? Not yet. We have the flames. Oh no, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Oh, these little studs pieces fly. Then I have to get up and go walk and grab them. Okay, so this is the fire at the top of the column. And then we are going to put these side pieces, which I'll show you real quick in a minute. They're just really, I do like these, how they put these everywhere, and they kind of cover up and create good stonework. So right there is a wall, the flame. This piece, like right here, it attaches to 2 studs. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Okay, so this is going to go up. I need 2 more pieces here. Okay, so this is going to go here. See, and this should not come off. Come on. We need to stay on there. I see you don't fit very well, do you? That's not good. You're supposed to fit perfectly. You cost enough That's for sure. You should be unflawed, is what I say. Okay, hold on here. Okay, well, why is that? Okay, there we go. Let's see. I still want you to spotlight me. I want to get some more of my own content out there. Well, yes, you definitely need to. Just looking real quick. Okay, I'm just responding to a text real quick. How funny. Okay, anyways, here we go. Okay, so now this is going to go on this side right here where you see these two little studs poking out here. So this is going to just slide right in there. And there we go. That just kind of slid right into there. Okay, I've got a lot of little pieces over here though, so there's got to be okay, wait a second. Now I've got to quickly go back because I've got some pieces like this. This should not be an extra piece, but I thought I put these pieces everywhere needed. Okay, so we got that there. Oh God. See what happens? Okay, don't bust all up. Just get up really. Let's see if I can take this table out. There we go. Okay, yeah, one little stud. Okay, there we go. Now the table goes back. I don't know how I messed that up. And there we go. And they give you, got an extra sausage fork. It is nice that they give you all these things, some extra stuff. And before you're, like when you make a whole mess of stuff, you know, you've kind of got a lot of extra pieces. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't hurt your ears here. These bags, I could see why they're moving to paper recycling, because okay, bag 28. There are 40 bags, and I'm on bag 28. I need to move this. Need to push this because there's a lot more. Oh, and I've got to do. They tell me to go ahead and put the second level on. So I think that is the second level. So let's do this together real quick, as this is starting to get taller. So what happens is the second level slides right into place right here, right into place, snaps right into place. And look at that. That is just, I don't know how much you can see of that. Let me see. Look at that. Already getting pretty big, if you can see that in the light. So second level, kind of complete. And again, my favorite part is the doors opening. See it there? Enter Bara-dur. I like that right there. Okay. On to the next build, which I believe is going to be the next level going up to the tower. So let me get these pieces out of the way here. Okay, and then this one, you just sent it, thumbs up. What? Let's see. Okay, number 28. Oh, thank you, William. Thank you. Yeah, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. And please comment after the video's over. Because I do everything live, it's hard to get comments. And comments always help the channel out, that's for sure. Okay, so it's 6:41. Let's move to the last booklet for this tower. And this one, oh, this is 79.48 megabytes. So this is almost double the last booklet for the second level. So there's twice as much to put together here. But that's okay. That's the thing with this, there's never any rush. Sauron the Great bids thee welcome. It comes with a nice story and the booklets and everything. The base of the tower levels is the Bara-dur throne room. Pull the lever in the floor and the throne slides away to reveal the back chamber with the palantir and secret plans Sauron has envisioned for Middle-earth battles. A study room with a library boasts a rare collection. Very cool. This is the next 3 levels. Scrolls chronicling thousands of years of Middle-earth history and dark magic. A ladder circles along the bookcases for easy access to the top shelves. Nice. And then you got the Great Eye at the very top, always in search of the One Ring. Hovers above Mordor. The eye moves left, right, up, and down, and can be illuminated by a light brick. So very cool. It does come with a light brick for the very top of the eye. So that is very, very cool. And then you've got the 2 figures. You've got Sauron, and you got the mouth of Sauron, which is very cool. So yeah, this is the cool part. It's nice when I'm starting to reach the tower, the actual tall tower. So this is going to be really cool. I'm excited. I fear you failed to notice my suggestion about ulcers. Oh, what really helps an ulcer would be milk. Kevin, I'm lactose intolerant. I cannot drink milk. There's almond milk I try, but listen, I wasn't diagnosed with an ulcer, but I do believe I have one. But thank you. I did know that about milk for sure. Okay, here we go. Okay. And I like just throwing each bag one at a time and just searching through them. I mean, they're kind of right in front of you. I like the way Lego's set up the new sets where it's one bag at a time. It gives you, it seems to speed up the building process. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. 4. And here we go. do this 2 times. So there's 1, and this is going to go on the end piece. So I need another 4, another 4, and 2 of these here. I don't even know what these ones are called. They got the the little ledges, like in the modulars. They're like just like a little ledge. You can use them for different kinds of things. Okay. I am kind of cooking now. I'm whipping along here at a good pace. This goes the outside. This one goes on the outside. And no. Shoot, where's okay, so this is going to be like right, this is, okay, this is going to slide in here. Okay, so that's what that's going to do. It's going to slide in there. Okay, let's keep going. Kind of getting a good pace going here. Nope. I need the long piece, so 1 by 6. Another 1 by 6. 1 by 2. Long tiles. Okay, it's just taking shape. Again, smudges, fingerprints. Feel it all along there. Okay, so that's that. Let's move along. We've got this. See, when I want to just pick up the speed, I will do so. Step 8. Oh, some gears. Hey, Tune. How are you doing? Tune the News. Good to see ya. Just putting together, hopefully finishing up soon. Bara-dur. Okay, so this is going to go. These are gears. This one spins. So this is going to do something here. Okay, I need 2 of these for both sides. Okay, red. It's going to go here. Go here. Hit the corners. Maybe I should just shut up now. Okay, so that's there. Next level. Okay. These are gonna go here. Whipping through it. Okay. Two more pieces. Okay, so this is gonna go here. That's odd. Okay. Hey Sam Barker, what's going on? Just a very chill stream putting this together. We'll be taking a break soon and playing a narrow wolf. So, because I gotta eat. Okay, so these will go. See, I'm already through, almost through bag 28. Okay, so this. What you making? Oh, Sam Barker. This is Lord of the Rings, The Dark Tower. This is Bara-dur. Just came out not long ago, June, from Lego. I'm just kind of doing a build here and trying to finish this up. I'm on bag 28. I'm trying to get through this, so. Okay, let's see. Just checking out a couple things. Again, this is just for you guys. You guys are just hanging out with me, so. Just checking a couple things. Coming back here. And next step. Johnny Cash song, one piece at a time, right, William? One piece at a time. I mean, it's quickly coming along. This is going to be that next level that leads up to the tower, which the tower is probably going to be somewhat in this area here. Not sure what this is going to be for yet, but we shall see. Okay, next. Okay, now I gotta pay attention. This is starting to get a little intricate here. Okay, so this goes here. This goes here. I keep doing this. Keep putting it in the wrong place, and I don't have the stud thingy. I figure I can take it with my with my finger. Oh my gosh. Okay. I want to try to get this bag done before I go get something to eat. I'm playing Narrow Wolf here. Yeah, this is the only one. Here we go. Okay, one more. One more. Okay. Let's see, is that everything except for this? Almost done with this bag. So this is going to go here. This is going to go here. This goes here. Two more pieces. And there's bag 28. Bag 28 done. On to bag 29. Open all this stuff up here. Okay, I'm gonna need this. Okay. Okay, what I'm going to do now, it is 7 p.m. here. I am going to end up playing a narrow wolf while I go get something to eat. And then I'll be back in a half hour and I'll continue this. So, in the time being, let's play a narrow wolf, okay? Until I get back. Let's play Stamped for Murder.
Stay tuned for Nero Wolfe. If the chimes shudder a little on Sunday afternoon, well, they know there's mystery in store Sunday with men of action like Mike Waring, better known as the Falcon, who brings his fearless and romantic touch to the solution of another mystery. After the Falcon, it's high adventure. Then the big guy steps in. The new private eye, Charlie Wilde, concludes with a few casual homicides. The chimes mean mystery and action this Sunday afternoon on NBC. Transcribed.
My boss is the smartest and the stubbornest, the fattest and the laziest, the cleverest and the craziest, the most extravagant detective in the world, Nero Wolfe.
It's the adventure of Stamped for Murder, with that brilliant, eccentric private detective, orchid fancier, and gargantuan gourmet, Nero Wolfe, starring Sidney Greenstreet.
Instructions for this morning, Archie. Your notebook, please. First, Mr. Salentsback. Inform him that the Long Island peafowl he sent were most unsatisfactory. Peafowl's breast flesh is not sweet and tender unless it is well protected from all alarms, especially from the air, to prevent nervousness. Long Island is full of airplanes.
Look, Mr. Wolf,
I shall want a dozen chickens that have been raised on blueberries and a fresh-killed lamb for tomorrow.
Mr. Wolf, please listen. There's...
Mr. Goodwin, be quiet, and then dinner on the following day becomes a problem.
Mr. Wolf, dinner any day is going to be a problem if we don't pay Sausenbach's bill.
Then pay it.
With what? The bank account's empty.
Ridiculous. There were $4,000 yesterday.
But you bought that shipment of orchid bulbs from Weinold Gluckner. Mr. Wolf, we need money. You've got to stop eating and drinking beer long enough to earn some...
Phew, you're an alarmist.
Will you, for the love of heaven, stop turning down clients and turn an honest dollar? I've got a couple of prospects right outside the door.
Send them away.
No, sir.
Send them away. Tell them I've gone to Egypt.
Nothing doing, sir.
Confound you, Archie. Obey orders. Send them away.
Miss Kent, Mr. Rodman, come in, please.
Thank you.
Confound you, Archie. You're mutinous.
Yes, sir, and you're stuck with it. This is Miss Gloria Kent and Mr. Rodman. They arrived as advertised with a pressing problem.
Good morning. You people are here by sufferance only. I shall speak to Mr. Goodwin about it later. Yes, indeed. I don't like pressing problems, Miss Kent. What are yours?
My father.
Indeed, I'm not a court of domestic relations, Miss Kent. What did your father do? Beat you? Withhold your earnings? Discourage your suitors? Mr. Goodwin should have informed you this office does not undertake cases involving marital or family problems.
But that's not...
If Mr. Goodwin had not been beguiled by your pretty face, he might have warned you and avoided this embarrassment to you and annoyance to me.
Now, take it easy, take it easy. How many times have I told you you don't know how to handle women?
Then suppose you let Miss Kent handle me.
Well, it's simply this, Mr. Wolf. I had some money my mother left me. My father's just spent it without my permission. I want it back without a scandal.
Thanks, Miss Kent. How much? How spent?
$10,000. Father bought a treasure map.
Indeed, from whom?
A pair of swindlers named Cross and Halleck. They've driven him crazy, talking about fortune salvaged from the SS this and the SS that. He's got a map and old letters he studies. He's childish.
Many fortunes have been recovered. Many more await on the sea bottom. How do you know your father has been duped?
Well, I know.
You do, Mr. Rodman.
Yes. Cross and Halleck bought some old letters for me, written by my grandfather from Hawaii. They used them to manufacture the map and evidence. And that's what they sold to Kent.
Father thought he was being so clever. He had the paper analyzed. Of course, the document research laboratory said the letters were genuine. They were. But something new had been added. I'd have never known if Mr. Rodman hadn't told me.
You're a party to the swindle, Mr. Rodman?
I was not. I never knew what they were up to.
Mr. Wolf, you've got to help me. I can't do anything with Father. I can't convince him. Even Mr. Rodman can't.
No, Miss Kent, I'm sorry. This is not for me.
Oh, but you must. You must.
Not in my office, madam. No tears. Please, Archie, stop her.
Okay.
Archie, when Miss Kent has finished her disgraceful exhibition, show them out.
How dare he walk out on us like we were...
Easy. I know him. You don't. He gets into a panic when women cry, or else he's curious about what Fritz is cooking for lunch. Now, just wait a minute, please. Oh, aren't you ashamed of yourself walking out like that on that poor kid?
That hysterical gamma.
She's lost all of her money. She needs help.
I charge high fees, Archie.
So charge a small fee. Do you want her to starve?
Good heavens. Starve? How monstrous.
I'm not kidding. While you'll be in here smelling your dinner, she and her father will be starving.
I thought you were bringing me a paying client.
Well, this is different. She's,
You're beautiful. Archie, you're impossible. Oh, very well. Go back into them. Get names, addresses, facts. I am not committed to Miss Kent's case, but we'll see. Be a tribute I pay for your weakness for a pretty face.
Rodman and Gloria Kent were gone, however. So all I had were the few facts they'd given me before they met Wolf. I felt guilty about that when he came back into the office and sat down in his specially built chair. He closed his eyes, and I glared at him. Well, how much of you is awake? Mr. Wolf. Well, they disappeared. Did you tell me you were going to help this girl just to get her out of the office, or did you mean it?
You're a gadfly.
No, sir. No, sir. You made a promise, and you're stuck with it.
What did you get from Rodman?
Name, address, occupation. He's a librarian, that's all.
Very careless, Archie. You missed a significant point.
Such as,
How did Rodman discover the letters he sold were being altered by forgery and used for swindle? How did he locate the dupe, Mr. Kent?
I guess you're right. I'll ask him next time. But what about now? Are you going to get Gloria's money back?
I assume you call Miss Kent Gloria solely in order to annoy me. It does. Stop it. Get Cross and Halleck.
On my way.
You'll find them at the Hotel Bogart.
Wrong, sir. According to my notes, their address is...
Never mind their address. The Hotel Bogart is the headquarters for successful, confident tricksters. They celebrate their victories there while the money lasts. You will possibly find Cross and Halleck drinking whiskey or lunching, probably both.
I located Cross and Halleck in the hotel bar and lured them back to our place on 35th Street. Wolf was sitting behind his desk with his hands crossed on his impressive middle, at peace with his lunch and the world when I ushered them in. He sat bolt upright and scorched me with a look. Good afternoon, Mr. Wolf. The tall one's name is Cross, the short one is Halleck. They want to help me invest my money. Gentlemen, Mr. Nero Wolf.
What?
Who?
Hero Wolf.
Hey, what is this?
Confound you, Archie. How drunk are they?
Not too drunk for business.
Let's get out of here. Come on.
Wait a
Dirty
minute.
shill-duck decoy.
You want me to keep him here, Mr. Wolf?
Not by violence, Archie. Come back here, gentlemen. Unless you want 7 years in the state penitentiary.
Well, this what? You got nothing on us, Wolf. Nothing.
I have the Kent case.
The Kent? That's a laugh. We're sitting pretty.
You are not, sir. You imagine you possess legal immunity. Mr. Kent believes you are grotesque balderdash and will not sue for fraud. Miss Kent cannot sue because she is reluctant to accuse her father of wrongfully obtaining her money. Ergo, you think you are invulnerable.
Now, listen.
But you forget me. I'm a detective with a fee to earn.
A big fee.
Quiet, Archie. I am determined to get that fee. Therefore, as Miss Kent's agent, I can and will bring action against you. I'm indifferent to her tears or her father's disgrace. I'm indifferent to anything outside of money. You will return the $10,000 to me at once, sir, or you will be in jail by morning.
You mean that?
I do, Mr. Cross.
Alec. Come here.
Come on, hurry.
Okay. Here, Mr. Wolf. Alec and I have decided we don't want to get in any trouble with you. Here's your $10,000.
Let's have it.
Give the dough to Kent, Mr. Wolf, and get the letters and map back for us. You got a reputation for being tricky, but honest. We trust you. Come on, Alec, let's go.
Well, how about that?
Preposterous.
No, sir. Take a look. $10,000, genuine coin of the realm.
That man Cross is a fool. Does he imagine I'm to be fooled so easily?
What do you mean he left the money?
He surrendered too quickly, Archie. Too easily. And that money in the envelope he was carrying all ready to refund. Why?
Well, maybe he's got a better sucker. I heard him mention a Ben Sanford.
Nonsense. Does he need Kent's forged letters and map to cheat this Ben Sanford? Couldn't he prepare another set?
I guess you're right. Something's fishy.
In any event, it's no concern of mine, thank heaven.
Why not?
I'm not committed to Miss Kent in any way. As a favor to you, I undertook to regain her money. I have done that. You may take it back to her and obtain the forged papers in return.
But,
Silence, Mr. Goodwin. Go to your redhead charmer. Leave me in peace. I intend to spend this afternoon with my New World Atlas.
I left him 3,000 miles up the Amazon with his magnifying glass and drove up to East 69th Street. The Kent house was a broken-down little brownstone, and as I went up the stoop, the door opened and Gloria Kent burst out like a skyrocket. Hey, Miss Kent, easy.
Let go of me. Let go.
What's wrong?
Wrong. Nothing is wrong. Nothing at all.
Well, how about seeing your father?
You want to see my father? Come inside.
Oh, for the love of heaven.
Come inside, Mr. Goodwin. I'll introduce you. He's in a back room. Come right through the living room.
What else came through this living room? A hurricane?
No, Mr. Goodwin. Something else. There's my father, Mr. Goodwin.
What in the devil? He's dead. His throat's cut.
Father, this is Archie Goodwin from Nero Wolf's office. He and his boss refused to help while they could. Maybe he can help you now.
Stop it.
All I'm good for now is revenge. That's all.
Stop
Father.
it. Stop it and look at me. When did it happen?
I don't know.
When did you find him?
Just now.
Keep looking at me. Who went through this house like a hurricane? You?
No.
Where did you go after you left the office?
To the laboratory.
What lab?
Document research. The place that checked the map.
How long were you there?
Until an hour ago. I was with Mr. Rodman.
Keep looking at me. And then?
I had lunch.
With Rodman?
Alone. And then I came home.
All right. All right, now listen to me. I want you to go to Mr. Wolf's house right now. Have you got cab fare?
Yes?
All right, take a cab. I've got to stay here, but I'll call Mr. Wolf and tell him you're on the way. Now, get. I called Wolf, told him everything, and he instructed me to advise Inspector Kramer, who arrived with the homicide squad. I gave the inspector everything while the squad photographed and measured, print dusted and detected. At 3:30, Kramer took me back to the house on 35th Street for a fight with Wolf.
It's a great story, Wolf. Great. Kent buys a phony treasure map. Everybody knows it's phony except Kent. But Cross and Halleck try to buy it back, and Kent gets himself murdered.
Did you find the map and letters in the house, Inspector?
No, I didn't.
The killer was after the map.
A phony map?
Certainly.
Why?
Well, if we knew that, we would know why Cross and Halleck so willingly paid back the money and why Kent was murdered.
Maybe it's not phony.
I'd better see the girl now.
No, you fancy her for the murder.
Well, I'll know after I ask a few questions.
Tonight. She's had a shock, Mr. Kramer. She needs rest.
Look, Wolf, I want her.
Why bother with her when there's so much to be done?
Yes, such as?
Cross and Halleck, find them. And the mystery man they spoke of, Ben Sanford. These are the men you want now, not this poor, overwrought girl.
Yeah. All right. The girl will be here for questioning tonight, though, huh?
Tonight, Mr. Kramer.
Okay. You'll hear from me later on.
Well, you buffaloed him out of that, okay. Say, why don't you want her questioned? Is she guilty?
I don't know.
Well, what did she say when she got here?
She said nothing. She never arrived.
She never what?
She never arrived.
Well, then why did you tell Kramer she was resting?
Would he have believed the truth? She must be found. More important, we must learn why forged letters and forged map produces turmoil.
Find the killer and you find the map. You said so.
I said the reverse, which is an altogether different statement. Archie, I want a photograph of that map. Get it.
Oh, sure. Any particular camera you want me to use?
You'll find a photograph of 200 Vanderbilt Street.
Are you kidding?
The lab cannot check the authenticity of old papers without photographing them in ultraviolet light, infrared light, and so on. If this document research lab has examined those papers, they will have photographs. Get them.
He got out of his chair and waddled back to the house elevator. It was 4:00 and time for his regular afternoon session with the orchids. I drove down to the document research laboratory on Vanderbilt and got such a shock that I grabbed the office phone and dialed Wolf at once.
This is Nero Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, Archie here.
What's the matter? You lost?
No, sir, but I found something.
Photographs?
No, Mr. Wolf, I don't think you'll ever see any photographs of the Kent map. I don't think any were taken.
Indeed.
But guess who runs the document research laboratory? No, don't guess. You probably know. A man named Ben Sanford, and he's sitting right here looking at me.
Bring him home with you.
Home? But it's 4 p.m. This is the sacred hour when you pray over your orchids.
And Mr. Sanford can join the ceremony.
Hey, how about this place? How about it? There must be 1,000,000 flowers up here.
No, not flowers. Orchids only. Mr. Wolf has 10,000 plants.
Never saw anything like it.
And you never will again, brother.
Hey, what kind is that on the bench?
Oh, that's our pride and joy. Odontoglossum harryanum. Above them, the Van Petersirana, and the pink ones are the Coelogiani panduratas. Now, the large object mulching flower pots is Nero Wolfe. Mr. Wolfe, Ben Sanford.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hi. I came along to be obliging. I've got nothing to say about anything.
How much have you offered Cross and Halleck for their treasure map?
No comment.
Mr. Sanford, I'm going to make some assumptions. I assume that you are not, in fact, a document expert, but an accessory to the fraud of Halleck and Cross.
No comment.
That you actually prepare fraudulent maps for those swindlers, and then, in the guise of an expert, guarantee their authenticity.
No comment.
But this you must answer. You did guarantee the authenticity of the map and letters Kent bought. It's on record.
All right, I did.
Then will you admit they were forged?
What are you, a comic? No.
You guarantee the value of the Kent map?
Yes.
As an expert?
Yes.
Then you've convicted yourself of murder.
Murder? What is this?
Mr. Kent was murdered, sir. Evidently for the map and letters he bought. But of all persons involved, you alone believe in the value of the map. No one else does. Therefore, you alone would have murdered Kent for the map.
For the love of... Now, wait a minute.
Chew it over, brother. Chew it over. Either way, he's got you.
Okay, you want me to level? Here it is.
Level, Archie.
Okay, boss. Thief-type talk. It means tell the truth.
It's like you say. The letters were bought from Rodman. I forged the map and evidence onto them. I guaranteed them to Kent. It was a swindle.
The letters are without value?
Oh, sure, they're old, that's all, from 1851. Just tired family gossip and stuff.
Indeed. There we have the problem again, Archie. Mr. Kent is swindled with a map and letters that are known to be worthless. He alone believes the fantasy of the treasure.
There isn't any treasure, never was.
Yet Cross and Halleck refunded the swindle money so eagerly. It is obvious they want those worthless documents back badly. Someone else wants them so bad he murders Mr. Kent. Why?
I don't know.
Archie, we must find the girl. There's a chance she turned to Mr. Rodman for refuge. I'm sorry you'll have to go there at once. If the girl isn't there, bring Rodman.
Yes?
Hello, Rodman. Remember me? I'm Archie Goodwin from Nero Wolfe's office.
Oh, yes, of course.
I came to get Gloria Kent. There's been a change in plans. Tell her to come out, please.
Gloria? Well, she's not here. Why should she be?
Haven't you heard?
Heard what?
Well, I guess you'd better come down and see Wolfe.
Mr. Goodwin, I'm afraid I can't. I'm rather busy.
Look, Rodman, maybe you ought to know. Old man Kent was murdered.
What?
Yes, just after you and Gloria left us.
Kent murdered? Well, this is awful, Mr. Goodwin.
You want to see Mr. Wolfe now? Get your hat.
Murder? Well, believe me, I never wanted this. I'm going to tell Nero Wolfe the whole mess. Every word of it.
Okay, then. Come on, let's go.
Yes, of course. Just a minute. I'll get my hat in the bedroom. Murdered? Kent? I never dreamed.
Oh. Come on, Rodman. Come on. What? I didn't hear you. Oh, Rodman. What the... Rodman. Oh, Rodman. Good Lord. What next? Come on.
This is Nero Wolfe?
Archie here. We've had a tough break.
Yes?
While I was waiting for Rodman at the front door, he went into the bedroom for his hat. The killer was there.
How do you know?
He cut Rodman's throat.
Tell.
The back window was open. It's a ground floor apartment. He was out and gone before I had a chance.
Archie, where were your wits?
Let me alone. I've had a man murdered 20 feet from me. You think I'm cheering?
Mr. Kramer is here, and he has news for us, Archie. He could not locate Cross and Halleck in their apartment. They had not been home all day. The maid informed him that she was waiting for her weekly salary.
Well, so what?
She was most angry and peppery, Mr. Kramer informs me.
Red pepper?
Exactly.
Okay, maybe I know what you mean. I'll try to deliver the goods this time. Goodbye. I drove down to the apartment house on Gramercy Square where Cross and Halleck lived, took the elevator up to the 10th floor, found the right door, and slipped in with a pass key. Come on out. Come out wherever you are. I know you're in here.
You fooled Kramer pretending to be the maid, but you didn't fool Wolf. You'd better... Gloria! Cut it out, you idiot. Lay off. Archie, you dope. Archie Goodwin from Nero Wolf's office. Remember me?
Go.
Give me the gun, Gloria. Give it to me. That's right. Who did you think I was?
Alec.
Oh, brilliant. So Wolf figured you out, huh? Well, you are a brave girl. They killed your father. You came up here and waited for them. You were going to kill them right back, huh? Oh, that red-headed temper. And you bluffed Kramer into thinking you were the maid.
I had to do something. It was the only thing I could think of. To come here and kill him.
Well, you're coming home with Archie. And just remember one thing. When Wolf's working for you, don't try to do any thinking. It only gets in Wolf's way. I got Gloria Kent back to the house at 7 o'clock. I parked the car, brought her into the office, and got the shock of my life. There was a convention on. Wolf was there, with Inspector Kramer representing the cops. Cross, Halleck, and Sanford were there representing the crooks. When Kramer saw Gloria, he scowled first at her and then at Wolf.
So it was a slick one after all, Wolf. You didn't have the girl. You had no intention of producing her.
Please, Mr. Kramer, that can wait. There are other matters more important. I dine at 8. That leaves me 1 hour to solve your murders.
Murders? More than one?
Yes, 2. Elmer Rodman.
By heaven, Goodwin, if you...
Please, Mr. Kramer, not now. First, Miss Kent. Good evening, Miss Kent. I presume you have met these gentlemen, Cross, Halleck, and Sanford? Yeah, I'll take your purse, please.
Well, why?
Don't think me as naive as Mr. Goodwin, miss. When you left your home after the murder of your father, you took the map and letters with you. They're in your purse
Well,
now.
that's not true.
Archie, the purse. Thank you. We have here an interesting situation. There exist some old letters and map, forged and fraudulent. They're worth $10,000 and more to Cross and Halleck, and worth 2 murders to a killer. Why? There must be something of great value in the letters.
Yes, such as?
Something which Mr. Sanford could not see, although he worked on the document closely. Yet something which could be made manifest. What is the answer, Miss Kent? You know it?
I swear I don't.
Secret writing, Archie. Bring the chafing dish from the dining room.
Right.
Secret writing?
I saw nothing when I worked on those letters.
Naturally, Mr. Sanford, the writing is invisible. That heat is an agent. It makes most forms of secret writing visible.
The chafing dish, boss.
Thank you, Archie. Place it before me and light it.
Right.
Now, I open Miss Kent's purse. From it, you see, I withdraw these ancient letters which he took from her house after her father's murder.
That's not true.
Archie.
That's enough, Gloria. That's enough. From now on, you just listen.
We remove the letters from the envelope and toast them gently. The secret ink vintage 1851 will easily succumb to the agency of heat.
Careful. Those envelopes will catch fire.
Hey, they've caught.
Don't be upset, Mr. Cross, Mr. Halleck.
The envelopes.
They'll burn safely in the dish. We can concentrate on the writing. Watch closely. I don't want to be accused of trickery.
You fat fool. The envelopes are everything.
Put 'em out, Sanford. Don't sit there. Put 'em out.
Why, Mr. Halleck?
Well, the stamps, the missionaries, are worth a fortune.
The missionary. Of course. You know that. Mr. Cross knows. So does Mr. Sanford, right?
Yeah.
Of course, Sanford knows, you old fool. Let me...
Mr. Sanford is not alarmed. Why not, sir?
I don't know what you're talking about.
$50,000 or $100,000 is burning before your eyes, Mr. Sanford. Cross and Halleck are burning their fingers, putting out the flaming envelopes. And you sit there quite indifferently. Why?
Well,
You know the value of the missionary stamps on the letters you bought from Rodman. But you know these aren't the real letters. Isn't that it?
Not the real letters?
I told you I'm tough to crack, Wolf. You didn't fool me with those dummies.
Dummies, how do you know? Mr. Cross didn't know. Mr. Halleck didn't know. How did you?
Well,
I'll tell you, sir. Only one man could know I was framing Miss Kent as a decoy. Only one man could know I prepared these dummy letters and pretended to take them from her purse. And that is the killer. The man who murdered her father and stole the map and letters this morning. You, sir, Mr. Sanford.
Well, I'll be...
Mr. Kramer, there's your killer. You'll find the missing map and letters on him or concealed in his home or office. You won't need the evidence anyway. Look at his face. He's self-confessed.
Self-confessed like fun. He was booby-trapped.
Booby-trapped.
No, Mr. Craner. Not a complicated case, really. Very simple. Elmer Rodman sold a packet of old family letters to the swindlers for a small sum. They used the letters to perpetrate their fraud on Miss Kent's father.
And the stamps on the letters were valuable?
They were a special Hawaiian issue 1851, Miss Kent. Nicknamed missionaries, because missionaries used them for writing home. They are extremely rare stamps worth upward of $25,000 each.
Hey, no wonder they were worth 2 murders. We found 5 of them on Sanford.
Excellent. Somewhere or other, Rodman discovered the value of the stamps after he sold the letters. In his effort to get them back, he communicated his discovery to the swindlers, Cross, Halleck, and Sanford.
So that's why they refunded the money so fast.
Precisely, in an effort to have the sale rescinded. Rodman sought out Kent and tried to convince him of the fraud. Alas, he would not listen to the truth, Mr. Kramer.
Oh, I get it. And while the others were hassling around, Sanford tried to steal a march and quietly resorted to murder.
There you have it.
Ha-ha! Great job, boss. Great job. So Gloria not only gets her 10 grand back, but 5 times 25, which is about 125,000 worth of goodies. Now, figuring your rates by the hour, that means you've done a gratis job worth about...
Yes, Kent. I did not, nor will I demand a large fee for what I have done. I will not go back on my word. But I can beg for a favor.
I'll only be too happy to...
Wait. I ask something that will not be easy to grant.
What is it?
Will you use your red hair, your pretty face, your admirable figure, and your ample fortune to lure Mr. Goodwin away from this house tonight? I would like to enjoy my dinner in peace.
That won't be difficult, Mr. Wolf.
Let's have an understanding right now, Gloria. Difficult for you or for me?
I'll be delighted.
Indeed. To spend an evening with Mr. Goodwin, there is only one word for you, Miss Kent. Intrepid.
You have been listening to The New Adventures of Nero Wolfe, starring Sidney Greenstreet. Tonight's story by Alfred Bester was based on the famous characters created by Rex Stout, produced by Edwin Fadiman, and directed by J. Donald Wilson. In the cast were Wally Mayer as Archie Goodwin, and Gene Bates, Howard McNair, Jay Novello, Larry Dobkin, Bill Johnstone, and Herb Vigran. Music by Joseph Enos. Next week at this same time, Nero Wolfe and Archie will bring you The Case of the Careworn Cup. Don Stanley speaking.
The preceding was transcribed. 3 chimes mean good times on NBC. The chimes ring for Dennis Day and Judy Canova tomorrow night on NBC. Also, Judy Canova prepares to go operatic tomorrow because her special guest is Ezio Pinza.
This is Chester William Bendix Riley. The Man Called X follows on NBC.
Man Called X. You know that Nero Wolfe is certainly a cocky, arrogant... all the things I could say about Nero Wolfe. Lazy. The most... But it's such a good show. It's such a good show. Honestly, when I want to whip through these, it might be a good idea just to play some of these, huh? How about let me play another Nero Wolfe while I'm just working through this? Let's play the next one. Let's just go in order. The Careworn Cuff. I appreciate everybody being here. Please hit that thumbs up button. And please leave a comment anywhere you can on the channel. I appreciate it. But yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. This is bag 28. 29. No, bag 29. There's 40. So I'm getting there, and I'm trying to whip through this a little bit quicker. Vicky, I'm good, thanks. Glad the shots worked for you. Honestly, didn't do much for me. I got what you talked about. Yeah. Well, hopefully everything's... Yes, please, another Nero Wolf? Okay. Yeah, let's do another Nero Wolf while I'm putting this together. The Careworn Cuff. Here we go.
Stay tuned for Nero Wolf. Saturday night chimes on NBC mean a full hour of fun with Dennis Day and Judy Canova. Dennis always appears perplexed and bewildered. But one thing that doesn't perplex him is how to make a popular ballad come to life in his thrilling tenor voice. And there's music also on the Judy Canova Show, plus comedy in the mischievous Canova manner. That's Judy Canova and Dennis Day, tomorrow night over most NBC stations.
My boss is the smartest and the stubbornest, the fattest and the laziest, the cleverest and the craziest, the most extravagant detective in the world. Nero Wolf.
It's the transcribed adventure of The Case of the Careworn Cuff, with that brilliant, eccentric private detective, orchid fancier, and gargantuan gourmet, Nero Wolf, starring Sidney Greenstreet. The place is Nero Wolf's office. At the moment, the world's greatest motionless detective is sitting in the chair which was built especially to support his 300 pounds. His eyes are closed, and he's making sounds through his nose.
Archie. Archie. Archie!
Yes, Mr. Wolf, what is it?
The phone, if you please, Mr. Goodwin.
But it's on your desk, only 8 3/4 inches from your left elbow. All you have to do is lean forward.
Found it, Archie. What do you think I am, an athlete?
Hello. No, wrong number, mister. Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Wolf, if that old phone awakened you.
Wrong number, and I was not asleep. I was merely concentrating.
On what? We're out of work. There's nothing to concentrate on.
May have escaped your errant attention, Archie. But there are other subjects for thought besides murder.
Mm-hmm. Sure, blondes.
And blondes.
You're right at that, brunettes.
Phooey.
That's not a nice thing to say about any girl, even if she does happen to be a brunette.
Archie.
Yes, sir?
Go away. You annoy me.
Suppose I did. It would get you beer for you.
Fritz.
Tonight happens to be Fritz's night off. However, you can always get your beer for yourself.
Don't be an idiot.
There are exactly 23 steps between here and the kitchen.
As you very well know, I abominate strenuous physical activity.
23 steps times 2 is 46. You could walk very slow.
Nonsense. Now that you mention it, I happen to be mildly thirsty, Archie. Would you...
Now that I mention it, you'd better let the beer go for tonight.
Why?
Our stock is running low.
You being careless?
I've been careful, because something else is also running low.
What?
Money?
Fiddlesticks, there's plenty in the bank.
Sure, but very little of it is yours. Mr. Wolf, do you remember that batch of orchids you bought last week?
Of course I do. Magnificent and very rare specimen.
I got a magnificent bill for him this morning, too.
It was large?
It was large.
Confound it, Archie. I shall have to do some work.
You turned down half a dozen cases in the last few weeks.
One of them may still require me.
Most of them hired other detectives. However, there is a Mr. Wenceslas who might still be in need.
His problem is what?
As I remember, he's being followed by midgets. He wanted you to do something about it. Not that he minded the midgets so much. It was the elephants they were riding.
The man needs a psychiatrist, not a detective. Anyone else?
I can check my files, but I don't think...
It was the elephants they were
by
riding.
the bell.
Another cliche like that, and I shall...
Answer the phone yourself?
Assassinate you. See what it is.
Okay. Hello? Yes, Mr. Wolf is in. Yes, he'll be in. He always is. What? But... That was a Mr. Charles Porter. He was in a hurry. He's on his way over right now. Should be here in 10 minutes.
Prospective client, I trust?
$1,000 worth of prospective client.
Splendid, Archie, my beer.
Okay, but, look, I'm not sure you're going to accept his offer.
Indeed? What does he want me to do for his paltry fee?
That's the point. If I heard him right, he wants you to do nothing.
Archie.
Yes, sir. I hear it. Mr. Porter?
Naturally, I'm Charles Porter. Who else would I be?
It's a large field. Never mind. Come on in. I'm Archie Goodwin.
Where is Wolf?
Mr. Wolf is in here. Mr. Wolf, this is Mr. Porter.
Good evening.
Fat, aren't you?
It's moderately noticeable. Archie, a chair for Mr. Porter.
Don't bother. I'm too impatient to sit. When I've business to take care of, I take care of it quickly.
Very well.
Send him out of the room.
Mr. Goodwin, nonsense. He's my assistant. He remains.
I don't like it.
Archie, show Mr. Porter out.
Now, wait. There's no need to get temperamental. Perhaps I'm a little abrupt.
Rude.
I'm a worried man.
And impatient. You're wasting time, Mr. Porter.
I suppose I am. The reason I came to you... Young man, what are you doing with that notebook?
Getting ready to make marks in it.
But... Oh, never mind. Mr. Wolf, you have a client named Dorothy Spencer.
Have I?
There's no need to be coy about it. I happen to know.
Then you know.
I want you to drop her.
Drop her?
Refuse to handle her case. Close the books on her. You know what I mean.
Why should I?
The girl has no money. I have.
That doesn't answer my question.
Perhaps this will.
Appear to be a small package of dollar bills.
It happens to be $1,000.
Archie, will you?
I will. It is $1,000.
Thank you. Mr. Porter.
Yes?
You're paying me $1,000 in order that I refuse to act for Miss Spencer. Nothing more.
That's right.
What does she suspect you of?
I said nothing about... Well, that is... You must know that as well as I do.
Possibly. Nevertheless, what does she suspect you of?
Being a blackmailer.
Whereas your occupation really is?
I'm a musician. Pianist. I'm appearing nightly at the Windsor Hotel.
Archie, have you made out a receipt for Mr. Porter?
Yep.
Give it to him and show him to the door.
Okay. Mr. Porter?
Mr. Wolf, I want your assurance that the entire affair is definitely finished.
My association with Miss Spencer, you mean? You have my assurance that it is. You will forgive a classical allusion. The carver.
Thank you. Good night.
Mr. Wolf, I have a secret about Mr. Porter. He smells.
Some perfume or other. More important, his right coat cuff is more worn than his left cuff. And a carver happens to be a musical term meaning start again from the beginning.
Oh? Porter thought it meant finished.
Therefore, Mr. Porter is a liar. His ignorance of common musical term indicates that he's not a musician. The worn right coat cuff, that he is an office worker.
That's kind of leaping to a deduction. But even if Porter's a liar, Mr. Wolf, there is something else. He paid you $1,000 to drop a client named Dorothy Spencer. Mr. Wolf, you never had a client with that name. Well, that's that. Dorothy Spencer is not in. Anyway, she's not answering her phone. Mr. Wolf, I said...
I know what you said.
That a comment?
I'm worried. Mr. Porter may have assumed erroneously that Dorothy Spencer had employed or was intending to employ me. That does not explain why he lied about his occupation.
Maybe he didn't lie. After all, your deductions could be wrong.
Phooey.
Okay. Take care of that right now. I'm phoning her. Hello? Windsor Hotel? Get me the manager's office. Thanks. Could you tell me if a Charles Porter plays the piano at... Uh-huh. She sounds blonde. I see. Thanks a lot. What do you do after work? Oh, so long. She goes home and beats her husband.
About Porter, Archie.
Bad news. He does play the piano at the Windsor in the move room. So where does that leave your deductions?
Untouched, of course. Let me think. Yes, naturally.
Naturally what?
I came to the conclusion that Mr. Porter was an office worker. We have just discovered that Mr. Porter is not an office worker, therefore...
You were wrong.
I am never wrong. Therefore, the man who was here is not Charles Porter.
Mr. Wolf, do you think a man of your weight should climb out on a limb like that?
Fiddlesticks. Look up Porter in the phone book and call him.
Okay. Take a second. Archie, the phone company's best friend. Yep, here he is. What do I ask him?
There'll be no need to ask Mr. Porter anything. Just phone.
You're the boss. Yeah. Have to say something to the guy. Hello. I'd like to speak to Charles Porter. So would you. Who's... Oh, Stebbins, huh? Yeah, that's right, Archie. Oh. No, don't bother why I called. It's a coincidence. Goodbye. You know who that was?
No.
That was Sergeant Stebbins, Sergeant Pearlie Stebbins. I might add, as though you didn't know, that Stebbins happens to be a sergeant in homicide.
Indeed.
You expected this.
I still don't know what your conversation was about.
It was about Charles Porter, who maybe was a liar, but who isn't going to tell any more lies on account of he was just shot to death.
Well, if it ain't Archie Goodwin. Come in, Goodwin.
Thank you, Sergeant Stebbins.
I've been expecting you.
Oh, that's sweet of you to say that, Pearlie.
Why did you phone Porter?
His right coat cuff was more worn out than his left.
So for that, you had to kill him?
No, actually, I killed him because he didn't know his da capo. Hey.
Yeah, hey. He don't look good anymore, eh? Guys who stop bullets with their face never look good.
Pearlie, you've been robbed.
I did.
That corpse is not Porter.
Now, relax, Goodwin, relax. His fingerprints were on file, and they check. His girlfriend says he's Porter. If he could get up and talk, he'd tell you he was Porter. And what makes you think he isn't?
Well, because when he visited us earlier tonight, he looked different. Not much, but... You said girlfriend?
Yes, I said girlfriend. She's in the next room mopping up. She kind of broke down when we brought her here.
You brought her here? Now, don't tell me what her name is.
Why shouldn't I? It's Spencer. Dorothy Spencer.
Ooh, that's what I was afraid of.
Sergeant, Oh.
Ignore him. He comes with the woodwork.
His name is Goodwin, Miss Spencer. Archie Goodwin. Find what you were looking for?
What I was looking...
Somebody's gone through this place like a minor league hurricane. You?
What business is it of yours?
Mine? None, maybe. On the other hand, Nero Wolf might have other ideas. Matter of fact, I'm sure he'd have. Miss Spencer, why don't you go see him? The address is 601 West 35th Street.
I don't see why.
You want your boyfriend's murderer found, don't you?
Now listen, Goodwin, the police are working on this.
Sure, they'll see to it nobody harms a corpse. Goodbye, Miss Spencer. Don't forget that address, 601 West 35th Street. Believe it or not, you used to be a client of ours. Oh, Mr. Wolf, you're getting to be so brilliant, it's boring.
Boy. That is,
All right. Tonight you deserve it. I'll get you another can of beer. But this is the last one. What's your promise to do some exercise, like maybe standing up and sitting down 5 minutes a day?
Thank you. And why should I indulge in such idiotic behavior?
You know how many times I drop
them?
them?
You might be able to see your shoes.
I've already seen them.
Oh, that was 20 years ago. Things have changed. No more buttons. Hey, that must be Dorothy Spencer.
She's undoubtedly young and beautiful.
You deduced that from the way she pressed the buzzer?
I deduced that from the gleam in your eye, Bah.
Bah, all you want. I'm going to keep that gleam shining. Hello, Miss Spencer. Come in.
Thank you. Mr. Wolf.
Is the large sitting-down gentleman behind the desk. This is Dorothy Spencer, Mr. Wolf.
You will forgive me not rising. It is due to a necessary conservation of energy rather than rudeness. Archie, a chair.
Sure. Here you are, Miss Spencer.
Thanks.
Now then, Miss Spencer, have the police found anything but dust in Mr. Porter's closet?
Why, no.
You were engaged to Mr. Porter?
I was.
That ring you're wearing he gave it you?
Yes.
May I see it?
Well, all right. Here.
Thank you. Expensive. Very expensive. You may have it back. Miss Spencer, why are you marrying Charles Porter?
I loved him.
Phooey. Mr. Porter, according to Archie's description, was twice your age with considerably less than half your attractiveness. Love may perhaps be blind, but it is not astigmatic.
I don't know what you mean.
What were you searching for under the nose of the police?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
How did your fiancé earn his money?
He played the piano at the...
Ooh, what he earned there in a year wouldn't begin to pay for the ring he gave you. Would you like to try again?
I don't know how he made his money.
I suggest that you do. I suggest that he earned money by the same method that he induced you to consider marrying him. Blackmail.
Oh, but...
Why was he blackmailing you?
Old letters I'd written when I was too young to know any better.
Your motives for murdering Porter would be twofold, then. Recovery of blackmail material and the avoidance of marriage to a man you dislike.
I didn't kill Charles.
Your doorbell, Archie. Get Miss Spencer into the kitchen. Once. Must be the police.
Yeah, let's go, Miss Spencer. Right through that door.
And stay there until I call you. Front door, Archie.
Mr. Wolf, do I know Dorothy Spencer's here?
You know nothing. A simple role for you to play.
I haven't got time to resent that insult right now, but wait until the next time you drop a collar button. Well, bless my soul, if it isn't dear old Inspector Kramer. How is the homicide department?
Where's Wolf?
Big surprise. He's sitting.
Mr. Wolf?
Good evening, Inspector.
Where's Dorothy Spencer?
This is not the Bureau of Missing Persons.
The district attorney would like to talk to her.
I shall tell her so the next time we meet.
Yeah, that could be right now. She's in this house.
I don't see her.
Mind if I look around for myself?
You have a search warrant, of course.
It so happens no, but...
Archie, the inspector's leaving.
Okay, I'm leaving. I suppose by the time I get back with a warrant, she'll be in Hoboken.
Hoboken? Where's that?
Look, Wolf, you can go too far. One of these days you won't be able to talk yourself out of it. Trail me to the door, Goodwin, to show what a good detective you are.
Ooh, Inspector Kramer doesn't love us anymore.
Unfortunate. Archie, take Miss Spencer to a respectable hotel. Register her under an assumed name. She is to stay there until notified otherwise. Luckily, the good inspector neglected to inform us that she was the leading suspect in a murder case. Hence, we are not accessories after the fact, and I don't want her arrested for murder as yet.
Her beauty has won you over.
You will then return here immediately.
Okay. What are you going to be doing in the meanwhile?
I, Archie, shall be thinking. Archie?
No. No, not Archie.
Our impatient and non-musical friend came in through the window. How are you, Mr. Not Porter, of course?
Where's the girl?
Question is beginning to bore me. I don't know.
I think she's here.
So did the police. I might add that they were slightly closer to the truth. Incidentally, what makes you think she was Porter's accomplice?
She must have been.
Nonsense, she wasn't. Porter was blackmailing her, just as he was blackmailing you. In her case, it was letters. In yours, a previous criminal record, perhaps, that your employers might be interested in.
I want to know where she is. Maybe this would help you remember.
Good heavens, don't point a pistol at me. It annoys me. The police, I should think, opened the door for them like a good fellow.
Oh, no. I'm leaving. But if I don't find that girl, I'll be back.
Knock the blasted thing down if it isn't open.
All right, well, I've got the search warrant.
Also, no doubt, a fine tooth comb. Bah. By the way, Inspector.
All right, boys, cover the house.
All right, Inspector.
Yeah, what did you want?
As your men go through the house, will you have one of them shut the back window? I've just had a burglar, and I suspect he left it open. Unless the matter is attended to, the house might be filled with fresh air.
Yeah, what's the matter with that?
Fresh air, deadly poison. It clogs the lungs. And may I point out that the warrant you're clutching in your hot little hand is not a lease on the house. Finish your search quickly, if you please, and then, why not try Hoboken?
So I just missed the inspector, huh?
You did?
That I can stand. I'm sorry about the burglar, though.
Perhaps we can arrange to have you meet him in the morning.
He left his calling card with name and address on it?
He dropped his handkerchief here on my desk.
Oh. It's a handkerchief.
It smells.
So it does. But,
All of our unknown friends' clothes carry the odor. Therefore...
Yeah?
You will go out immediately to the nearest drugstore, buy a specimen of every cake of soap manufactured in this country.
Mr. Wolf?
Be still. No.
I never realized just how many different brands of soap were made in this country.
You should listen to the radio more often.
So far, we've sniffed at 37 cakes. None of them smell like porter. Let's see. 38.
Hey. Let me have it, Archie. Yes, the soap. It's labeled orchid ovals. I should say basically mislabeled. Orchids have no odor. Our task for the evening is finished.
Why? All we know is the guy washes with a basely mislabeled soap.
No, the odor would not have been so persistent in that case. Unquestionably, our visitor works for a soap company that makes orchid ovals. Every employee of a plant in which perfume in large quantities is used inevitably carries the odor on his clothes.
Oh. And you already deduced he works in an office. Uh-huh. I go see him in the morning?
You do?
You know, Mr. Wolf, what with hiring rooms for girls and paying visits to a perfume factory, I'm beginning to feel like a maiden aunt.
No one would ever mistake you for a maiden aunt, Archie.
Thanks. Is that another deduction?
Maiden aunts rarely need a shave.
Orchid Ovals, good morning. One moment, please. Oh, can I do anything for you, sir?
Yeah. That is, let's postpone that question and slip in another one. I'm looking for one of your office people. In his 40s, 5'10", brown hair and eyes, speaks in a sharp, quick voice.
He owes you money, too.
Who owes me money?
Mr. Wheeler, the man you were describing. He owes everybody money, in spite of the fact that he's office manager and makes lots and lots of money. How much does he owe you?
Oh, not an awful lot. It won't break me if I don't get it. Is he in yet?
Well, he was, but he went home. He was sort of sick.
Sort of.
He got a phone call from somebody and rushed out.
Too bad. Well, I better scram.
Well, you didn't answer my question yet. I'm off at 5. My name's Gwen.
Goodbye.
Wolf speaking.
Archie here. Unknown's name is Wheeler. He left the office this morning sick after he got a mysterious phone call.
Bad, probably. Get to Dorothy Spencer at once and bring her here.
Right. I'm at Wheeler's house now. Thought I'd better check. His wife's here, too.
Blonde?
Uh-huh. How could you tell?
Fatuous smirk in your voice. Get out of there fast, and don't stop to console Mrs. Wheeler.
Room 909. Miss Dorothy Spencer. Nobody home.
Shut that door behind you, Goodwin.
Never mind pulling triggers. I'll shut it.
Oh, Archie.
I would prefer silence. Keep your hands high, Goodwin.
It's unhealthy. All the blood had run into my head.
Archie, he murdered Charles.
He did. Tut, Mr. Wheeler. You really shouldn't have. It's against the law.
Get into the bathroom, both of you.
I already shaved.
I phoned him. I thought maybe he had my letters.
Porter couldn't keep his mouth shut about his other
He
victims.
was going to force Dorothy to marry him. Did you find his material, Wheeler?
Yes, in an office. He read it as a front. It's all burned.
And why all the melodrama?
You know about me, so does she. I can't trust anyone. Get into the bathroom, I said.
Look, let's not lose our heads about this.
Get moving, Goodwin.
I like it here.
All right, then. Here is where you'll get it.
Hey, wait a minute. Something's wrong. I got shot and Wheeler fell down.
I shot him, Goodwin.
Stebbins. Dear Sergeant Stebbins. Oh, you little flat-footed angel.
It's lucky for you my flat feet got staked out here in time.
Just for that, I'll buy you a pair of arch supports for your next birthday. I'm beginning not to believe this. You had it all figured out?
Well, not exactly. Well, that is...
Wolf sent you here.
Well, he kind of phoned in and suggested one of us shoot down here and do some rescue work.
That old devil.
Hey, you're not kidding.
What are you laughing about?
Wolf wasn't sure whether you'd need rescuing from Wheeler or...
Stop killing yourself with your own jokes.
Or whether Miss Spencer would need rescuing from you.
You've been a very foolish young woman, Miss Spencer. I suggested in the future you exercise more care in your correspondence.
Oh, I shall, Mr. Wolf, but how can I ever thank you?
Well, one way would be to listen wide-eyed while he explains how he solved the case.
I have no intention.
Oh, come on, Mr. Wolf. Stop stalling.
Please, Mr. Wolf.
Well, I'd be very happy to. As a matter of fact, I'd like to see anyone try to stop me. A man came to me, offered me $1,000 to drop a client I didn't have. Why? Because obviously he wished to direct my attention to that client.
Me?
You, Miss Spencer. Now then, he identified himself as Charles Porter, a musician. But I tested him and discovered that he knew nothing of music.
Ah, the da capo routine.
Precisely. Therefore, he was an imposter. His purpose?
Yeah?
To indicate by no means subtly that enmity existed between Porter and Dorothy Spencer.
Huh?
Thus, when Porter was found murdered, I would presumably be convinced that Dorothy Spencer, balked in her effort to enlist my aid against Porter, had resorted to most foul and bloody murder.
Most foul and bloody murder is very fancy, Dorothy. Shows he likes you.
I thereupon asked myself, why should an unknown seek to convince me that Dorothy Spencer was Porter's murderer?
And you answered yourself?
One reason only, because he himself intended to murder Porter, as he did. For which peccadillo he has, thanks to Sergeant Stebbins' accuracy with a revolver, already paid with his own life. Quodirat demonstrandum.
Latin for that's what you wanted to know.
I think you're wonderful, Mr. Wolf, and I'm going to...
Ah, be careful.
Kiss you.
Archie, Miss Spencer is a very dangerous young woman.
Today I feel brave.
Do you, Archie?
Very brave. What are you doing tonight?
Nothing.
Let's do it together.
Bah.
Oh, is that Mr. Wolf?
I said bah. Would you very much mind conducting your romance elsewhere?
I would not.
And do so at once. I have a very important matter to attend to.
Goodbye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye.
Night, sir.
Very important. Very important.
You have been listening to The New Adventures of Nero Wolfe, starring Sidney Greenstreet. Tonight's transcribed story was based on the characters created by Rex Stout, produced and directed by J. Donald Wilson. In the cast were Lamont Johnson as Archie Goodwin, and Jane Webb, Peter Leeds, Bill Johnstone, and Wilms Herbert. Next week at this same time, Nero Wolfe and Archie will bring you The Case of the Dear Dead Lady. Don Stanley speaking. Three chimes mean good times on NBC. The NBC chimes are excited about the big show. An hour and a half every Sunday night with Tallulah Bankhead as Femme C. Comedy with stars like Jimmy Durante, Fred Allen, Jack Carson, Groucho Marx, and a host of others. Music with Meredith Wilson, Mindy Carson, and many more. It presents drama with Mr. Jose Ferrer and many more leading stars of Broadway and Hollywood. It's The Big Show. Starts Sunday, November 5th on NBC.
This is Chester William Bendix Riley. The Man Called X follows on NBC.
hopefully you guys are enjoying the old time radio mix. I don't know if you prefer just me doing my thing, or if you like the occasional old time radio show popped in there. I guess let me know in the chat. But yeah, that Nero Wolf, man. Whew. It's funny how, like, Nero Wolf, there's not the ones with Sidney Greenstreet. There's only, like, let's see, how many episodes are there in there? You know, he's got, I mean, he doesn't even, what's he got, like 24 that have survived? I don't know exactly how many there have been, but you can listen to these things over and over again, and it's just, they never get old. But Stephanie Press, how are you doing? Good to see you. Just continuing. I'm making good progress on the Lord of the Rings Dark Tower here, Bara-dur. So yeah, just working on this. Not sure. Take a break a little bit, talk a little bit, and then maybe play another Nero Wolf here in a little bit. It's 8 o'clock. I'll probably be going for another hour and a half, right before I have to do the stream overnight. But yeah, it's just, they're just some chill streams to relax to. I mean, that's basically it. Chat with me if you want. An occasional old time radio when I feel like it and just want to keep moving. You know, I got a pretty good amount of this done, but yeah, something like this for me. One guy got through it in a day, and I'm like, how is that even possible to get through this in a day? But I guess if you, I don't know. I don't know how that's possible, to tell you the truth. This is, so far, 4 days, and I'm not, maybe a couple more days, and I should have it done. I mean, I can only work on this, like I started about 5:30, almost 6, and here's the other side. I wonder why I made that one already. This one's gonna go up on this side. So the techniques they used for this is just unbelievable. It really is cool. Like, there's the other one. They did such a good job on this. That's for sure. But yeah, thanks for everybody being here. I am going to play another Nero Wolf in a minute here. Thanks for all the thumbs up. Thank you. Please be sure to comment below. And I do got a nice detective stream overnight tonight for you guys. So, and me and Dave Plouffe over the weekend, we will be doing Wild Wild West. We will be talking about on Sunday. And Saturday, well, tomorrow, probably do the same thing here. You know, probably roughly around, who knows, 5, 6 o'clock, somewhere around there. Heck, I can even start early and just take breaks and play an old time radio show. Who knows? But I appreciate the ones that are here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And yeah, let's play. I could keep going with this. I'm on bag 30, and there's 40, so I've got 10 bags left. 10 bags. So who knows? Who knows how long it'll take. So let me go ahead and do another one. Let's do another one. Let's go in order. Let's do, well, which one was, how about, let's do the Careless Cleaner. Let's do the Careless Cleaner. Unless you guys want to hear something else. You guys want to hear something else while I'm building? We could do a Richard Diamond. That's, you know what? Well, or a Sherlock Holmes. Which one should we do? Let's do Let's do a Richard Diamond. How about that? Richard Diamond, maybe? Or how about, let's do a horror one. Let's do another horror one. I like my Murder at Midnight. I really like those episodes. So let's do the Creeper. Let's do the Creeper. Murder at Midnight. The Creeper. Here we go.
That look in his eyes, like a madman. He wants to kill me. Someone died.
Oh, I see you guys chiming in. I'll get to that
Lying on
afterwards.
the floor
Right now,
full of
you're going to have
blood.
to watch The Creeper.
Almost 12 o'clock.
Or listen to.
Midnight. Any minute now, there'll be a ring. Or a knock.
Midnight, the witching hour when the night is darkest, our fears the strongest, and our strength at its lowest ebb. Midnight, when the graves gape open and death strikes. How? You'll learn the answer in just a minute in The Creeper.
Stickers.
And now, Murder at Midnight. On this program, we bring you the best and most blood-curdling stories ever written. And so now we bring you a tale which you may have heard before. A tale which we consider a classic in terror and suspense. The Creeper, by Joseph Ruskall. In the kitchenette of the New York apartment, a man and his wife listened to the evening news broadcast.
New York. The unknown killer called the Creeper has struck again, adding a third female corpse to his toll. Virginia Peters, a comely waitress, was found strangled to death in her third-floor apartment early this morning while her radio blared. As in the previous murders, a note was found scrawled on the wall with the victim's lipstick, and the plea, "For heaven's sake, catch me before I kill more. I cannot control myself." Police insist...
Now, why'd you turn it
Oh,
off?
how awful. How awful. And in this very neighborhood.
Let's hear the rest. It's very interesting.
Oh, you... Don't go turning that radio on again, Steve Grant. Heard enough. I'll go out of my mind, for heaven's sake.
That's it. A good, solid clue.
What is?
For heaven's sake. How many men ever use that expression?
Oh, shut up.
Okay, Mrs. Grant. Pass the biscuits, my little pigeon.
Pass the biscuits. Eat, eat, eat. 3 women in 3 days murdered in cold blood by a mad fiend right here in Washington Heights. I'm too sick to go out, too scared to stay in. The lock's broke. He sits there eating, eating, eating. Pass the biscuits.
There's nothing wrong with my appetite, my love.
Of course. That's what cost you your job on the police force. When I even think of
Some men drink to escape. I eat.
Escape what? What?
An ugly tongue, a beautiful face, and a roving eye. In short, a wife.
Oh, so
Oh,
you're
that's
starting
harsh.
that again. You and your crazy jealousy.
Yeah, maybe that's the creeper's way of escaping, too, Georgia. Who knows?
Shut up. Go ahead and get a divorce. Go ahead. Can I help it if men look at me? I don't know why you come home at all. Where do you go? What do you do with yourself? Where were you this morning? Why'd you come back?
To eat.
Can she help it that men look at her? This episode is so funny. The way people spoke back then is just it's kind of funny, but I mean in a way not, but oh my gosh.
But someday I'll lose my appetite for that, too. And when I do, my dear, there'll be no escape. And now I'm off again. Kiss. Still using stage lipstick. Wipe it off. How many times must I tell you? You're married now, remember?
Steve, wait.
Yeah?
At least go buy my medicine.
Sorry, I got no time.
Don't leave me here alone. Stay home this evening. Please, I'm afraid.
Oh, don't be silly, pet. Nothing will happen to you. You got a doorman here, an elevator boy, Mrs. Stone across the hall, a phone. You're safe enough.
But the night lock, it doesn't work.
Oh, now you can't lock me out anymore.
It doesn't catch. Something's happened to it since last night. Steve.
Get a new one.
I can't get a locksmith. I've tried all day. Steve, please. If I want to phone you, where will you be?
Out. Goodbye. Take care of your coal.
No worries, Connie. Thank you so much.
Steve Grant. Huh? Well, if it isn't old Pearly Chase, how are you?
Here you got thrown off the force, Steve.
Yeah, I hear you got thrown off the news, Pearly.
You heard wrong. I wasn't fired. I was just warned.
I wasn't fired either, just suspended
I
for 3
wasn't
days. Eating a lamb chop
fired, I
at
was
Casey's
just
when I should have been ringing in
warned.
from the box of the 162nd with all that trouble up there. On my way to headquarters now for reinstatement. I eat too much, my trouble is.
I drink too much. Here you're living up at the Heights, Steve.
Yeah.
Dickerson's
That's
a good
funny, me too.
Yeah?
Here you're married now to a beautiful and lovely young... with admiration.
Say it again.
I think I knew her. Wasn't her stage name Georgia Dixon?
Yeah, that's her. I love that wench, but women. How does a guy handle them? You know, maybe the creeper has the right method.
Thank you for taking the words out of my mouth. Who's the creeper, Steve? Any angles?
You tell me, and I'll split the reward with you. Say, what do you think of Inspector Bradley's inside job theory?
Nuts. Every janitor's a creeper? And as for that doorman, Jim Ellis, just because he worked at 2 of the 3 murder apartments? Pure coincidence. Anyway, they've released him. One thing, though, and I don't think even Bradley's put it together yet.
Yeah?
In all 3 cases, just before the creeper struck, the door locks had already been tampered with.
You don't say.
You got a theory?
Well, sure. I mean, you take that note on the wall. For heaven's sake, in every case, for heaven's sake, catch me before I kill more.
I cannot control myself.
Right.
Oh.
Now, what man uses an expression like that? You want the lowdown? It's just this. A creeper is a woman.
A gimmick, huh?
Yeah.
Like the height of the message from the floor is a trick, 6 feet. And yet I'll lay odds the creeper's no more than a guy your height, say, or mine. 5'9", just like us, you or me. Only crazy.
Yeah? How do you figure that?
How do I figure lots of things? How do I know where the creeper's gonna strike next?
You do?
Certainly. The creeper's not so smart, he's just crazy. You'll play along crazy and you're one jump ahead of him. That's the trouble with Inspector Bradley. Why, he's up a tree. You expect logical clues from a madman? You play along crazy, make out you're the creeper. And what do you get?
Well, go ahead, let's see.
All right, the victims are all redheads, every one. You've noticed that, of course. 3 in 3 days?
Yeah, now that you mention
They
it.
all lived in the Heights, right? Agnes Martin, Jane Krutsky, Virginia Peters?
Right.
What was the number of the apartment in each case? Agnes lived in 1A, Jane 2B, Virginia 3C. Don't ask me the why or wherefore. Don't ask me the logic. Just play along crazy. See what I mean? Where's he going to strike next?
Huh? I don't get you.
The next victim of the creeper also lives in the Heights. She's a redhead. Her night lock's been tampered with. She's going to get hers today, and her apartment number's 4D. Well, why are you looking at me? Don't you like my arithmetic?
Pearlie, my wife's a redhead. We live in the Heights. And our apartment number is... You're just a boozy reporter.
Your apartment number?
4D, I told you.
4D, of course. It's pretty late, but I'll have it delivered. I was busy admiring your lipstick, Mrs. Grant. I've nothing like it in stock. 4D, I should have guessed it anyway.
Why?
Well, a face is a number. Believe me, since you've moved into the neighborhood, Mrs. Grant, for me it has a special number, like Double Dandy Delicious Dream. 4 Ds, you see?
Go on. Bet you tell that to every customer. Female.
I'm a ladies' man? Like the creeper? What did I say? What's going on in this block? Raw nerves, you can't joke. The creeper, that's all I hear all day. It's mass hysteria. There ain't such an animal.
You don't think so?
I assure you, Mrs. Grant, it's a fairy tale for circulation of the tabloids. I'll send your prescription up with the boy.
No, I'll just wait here for it.
Well, it'll take some time. You should go right home and stay there if you're just getting over the flu. I'll tell you what. I'll deliver it myself. It'll be a pleasure.
No. I'll wait. I may not go right back. I don't want to be there alone. I'm afraid.
Very well. Suit yourself. Have a seat. For heaven's sake, stop me before I kill more.
What?
I cannot control myself. Wait! I was only joking, Mrs. Grant. Wait, Mrs. Grant, your prescription.
Mrs. Stone.
Why, yes. What's your hurry, dear?
I just got such a scare since these awful murders in this neighborhood.
Yes, isn't it terrible? I'm simply frightened to death myself. You walking home?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, I'll go with you. It's good we live in the same house.
At least if I had a double lock, but the night one doesn't work.
Oh, really?
Well,
I have a chain lock besides, and still
The way it is, I sit and shiver when there's a sound at the door. Can't get a locksmith. Tried all day, but they're all so busy. Mr. Frank on the corner promised to, but didn't know when. Why are they all so busy?
Well, my dear, because every woman in the neighborhood's changing theirs, too. Simply a nightmare. Oh, but don't you worry. We'll stay together this evening. Mr. Stone's out, too. Think of it, we've never visited, though we live right across the hall from each other. Isn't that like a big city, for heaven's sake? Or would you rather I dropped in on you?
Well, I don't know.
Well, make it your place, then. Isn't it horrible, the ghastly things they're saying? The theories one doesn't know what to think next. You believe the latest?
The latest?
That maybe it's a woman, the creeper?
A woman?
Can you beat it? I just can't imagine how in the world the police figure that, for heaven's sakes. Can you? I say, can you, Miss Grant?
I don't know. I was just thinking of something my husband
Though I
said.
can see where a married woman now, if her husband was faithless, well, I can understand such a theory, because they take my husband now. You've met Mr. Stone, haven't you? Oh, Mrs. Grant, why on earth are you staring at me like that, for heaven's sake?
I don't feel well. I must get home. I feel faint.
But Mrs. Grant, oh, for heaven's sake.
Sobbing with terror, a woman with red hair runs up the dark street, back to her apartment and the door with the broken lock. As the hands of the clock move on towards 12 o'clock and...
Murder at midnight.
And now, back to Murder at Midnight and The Creeper. Back to Georgia Grant, hurrying hysterically through the dark streets towards the apartment with the broken lock on the door.
Good evening, ma'am. Out late, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, you're the new doorman?
Just relieving Charlie. Nice night.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Here, let me ring the elevator for you.
The new doorman, just relieving Charlie. Oh, such a given, right? What a precursor to a lot of the slashers of today. I mean, you know, am I wrong? Yeah, this is coming along really, really good, man. The next level is going to be like right there. Man, this is going to be so nice. Can't wait to show you every nook and cranny when it's done. But here we go, back to the creeper.
Don't have to trouble.
No trouble, ma'am. There. Apartment 4D, huh?
Yeah. How did you know?
Doesn't take long.
When will this elevator come?
Coming now. Terrible things, ma'am. The happenings.
What?
The creeper. It's sort of...
Going up? Yeah.
Up and down, up and down. The ups and downs of life, that's me. I'm a living milkshake, Mrs. Grant. Uh-oh.
What's wrong, Jimmy?
Stuck. Imagine getting stuck between a third
Funny,
and fourth
William.
with a production like you.
Zoinks!
Get going, Sonny. You want me to report you?
Okay. Can't you take a joke? Maybe I misconstrued that smile you always give me. Maybe you shouldn't ought to smile that way. 4th floor.
Let me out.
If I drop in later, will you be more receptive?
Oh, home. Oh, thank goodness. Must be going out of my mind. Key. Where's my key? Darn this lock. Darn the lock. Hello. Is the locksmith in yet? Well, I want to know how soon I can get my lock changed. Yes, I know it's late, but he promised. This is Mrs. Grant. Yes, 4D, yes. I know you just explained to me, but I must...
Georgia?
Yes? Yes, so won't you...
I've
please?
been waiting for you.
Don't
you little fool. It's me. Do you want the whole house to... That's better.
What are you doing here?
Oh, don't worry. You haven't got a thing to worry about now. I've come to protect you. Give me the phone. Hello? Never mind about the lock, thank you. Sit down. Make yourself at home. Been waiting here for you. Long time no see, Georgia.
What do you want, Pearlie?
Me? A headline. Your husband wants, too. He wants I should keep an eye on you.
What's that?
Sure. You didn't think Steve and I were acquainted, did you? Oh, yes. From way back. Just met him at a bar.
I don't believe you. What do you mean, keep an eye on me?
Oh, just in case the creep...
Oh. Oh.
You heard of the character?
You're mad. You've always been mad, Pearlie Chase. Where is Steve? Why should he send you here? Why should he think the creeper will come here? What are you doing here?
Told you. Playing along crazy. Got a drink?
You're drunk now. And you're getting right out of here. You're nothing but a no-good rummy.
And you're nothing but a no-good... You finish it. When I took the drink, it was to drown you out, and you know it. I'm still a rum pot, Angel, which means I haven't got rid of you yet.
Get out.
You little two-timing redhead. You're all the same, you redheads. Even a wedding ring can't change you. Oh, don't play the innocent. My business is snooping. I make a living at it between drinks. So your new motto's love thy neighbor, huh? Mr. Stone across the hall? Poor dumb Steve.
I'm warning you. Get out or I'll call the police.
Stay where you are.
All right, Pearlie. What are you doing with that gun?
I wouldn't pick up that phone if I were you. You see, there's a big reward for the creeper and a heck of an exclusive, and I don't want to share it. I'm riding a hunch. Now, sit down, darling. Just play along with me while I play along crazy. Sit down. That's it. Like we're expecting company. Let's have some music. Don't just sit. Let's have some music. I said turn on the radio. That's it. That's the good girl. Dance music. Let's dance. Give me your arm. Let's dance. Like old times. Around and around like my brain. Why you trembling? I still love you, you little fool. Ask me why. I love you. I love you, you lovely redhead. I could kill you and you deserve it. With the radio on, you could scream and no one would hear. I could put my hand on your throat like this and I could strangle you. Why are you crying? Stop it. I'm here to protect you. Stop crying. Cut it, I said. Cut it out. I can't stand it. I never could. Okay. You want me to leave? All right, I will. It's your funeral. What am I saving you for, anyway? Where's my hat? In a few minutes, there'll be a knock or a ring, or the door will just open. And you'll be lying in a pool of blood like the other three. Goodbye, my worthless. Give my regards to the creeper.
What if he comes back? He wants to kill me. Somebody wants to kill me. Must lie down. My head is splitting. Trying to frighten me. Jealous spite, that's it. Like the other three. In a pool of blood. Like the other three. Almost 12 o'clock. Any minute now there'll be a knock. Or a ring. Yes?
This is the doorman, Mrs. Grant.
Yes?
The druggist is here with a medicine. Shall I let him up?
A medicine? Yes, let it... No. Don't let that man up.
Want me to bring it up?
No. I'm perfectly all right. I don't need any... I don't need it, you hear? Don't you dare come up. Don't anyone. Oh, please, I must have it changed right away. My door lock. Yes, this is Mrs. Grant. Yes, I do want it. Of course, anyone can get in, anyone. They want to murder me, but I don't know who. It's the creeper. Oh, you'll come right away? Thank you so much, but hurry, please hurry, or I'll go out of my mind. Oh, thank the Lord. Like the other three in a pool of blood. Any minute now. A knock or a ring. Who's there?
It's me, dear, Mrs. Stone.
Oh, what do you want?
I've been worried about you. Are you ill?
No, I'm all right, Mrs. Stone. I'm feeling fine.
Open up, dear. Don't you want me to keep you company?
No, thank you. I was just... Oh, stop that.
Do let me in, silly, and we'll...
No, please, go away. I'm going to sleep. Go away. You hear me? Go away. Hello.
Hello, Georgia. You all right?
Oh, Steve. Steve, I've been frantic. So good to hear your voice. Where are you?
At headquarters. I'm coming right home. Sweetheart, is anything wrong? You said
No, not now. Not when I hear you, Steve. I don't know what came over me all day. I've been imagining things so silly. My nerves.
I'm sorry about supper tonight, honey. I wasn't myself. My job had me down, but now
Oh,
everything's
of course. Forgive me, Steve. I've been bad, wicked. Oh, darling, if you knew what I've gone through tonight, the most dreadful state. And then that... Steve, did you send someone here today?
Pearly Chase?
Then you did?
Yeah, to keep you company. Isn't he still with you?
No, I just got rid of him.
Oh, I wish you hadn't. He's an all right guy. Smart reporter. Lives in the neighborhood, too. Honey, it sounds cockeyed. I mean, Pearlie's theory, but I was kind of worried when I got to thinking, so... Listen, Georgia.
Yes.
Don't let anyone in the house till I get home.
No, I won't, Steve.
Not anyone, do you hear? Not anyone.
Oh, Steve, wait.
What?
Wait, Steve. It's, thank goodness at last now I can breathe easy. Darling, just a minute.
Georgia. Hello, Georgia.
Mr. Frank?
Mr. Frank. Did you hear me?
Thank goodness you've come. Please, step in. It's the lock on this door. I want... Just a moment. My husband's on the phone.
Hear me, Georgia.
Steve?
Yeah, what happened? There was something else I wanted to tell you.
It's all right, darling. Everything's all right now, Steve. You needn't worry.
Didn't I just hear you talking to someone? Was that somebody at the door?
No, it's no one, dear. It's just Mr. Frank, the locksmith. What a load.
Georgia, listen, Georgia. That's what I was going to tell you.
What is...
The police are on a new trail. They think maybe a locksmith. Georgia, you're listening? They think maybe the creeper's a locksmith. Get him out, quick.
Oh my God, this lady. I'm sorry. She's driving me nuts. Listen, hysterical. She's gone above and beyond acting hysterical. In that situation, if that were real, I guess it makes sense. But acting-wise, I'm like, oh my God, starting to get annoying. But yeah, okay.
Nice lipstick you use, Mrs. Grant. Yes. Very nice lipstick. Very nice.
Can you hear me, Georgia? 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 Hello, Georgia.
Hello?
Hello, who's this?
Hurry. Catch me before I kill more. For heaven's sake. Soft footsteps hurrying down the corridor. Away from the door with the broken lock, now standing ajar. The body of a red-headed woman. And still, should she not have known that her only visitor would be death? When the clocks struck 12 for murder at midnight. Remember to be with us again when death knocks at the door, wearing a familiar face, and the clocks strike 12 for murder at midnight. The part of Georgia was played by Ann Shepard. With music by Charles Paul, Murder at Midnight was directed by Anton M. Leader.
Thanks, Overkill with an O. Appreciate it. Yeah, I figured, I'm sitting here doing Lego sets anyways. Why not record it? These things, they are what they are, building the city. I mean, this is actually the next level. I mean, look at this, man. Look at this. I'm on the bag 31 now. 31. Bag 31. But this is going to slide in. Let me see if I can get this. Okay, come on. Get these. This isn't going in. I gotta push a little bit. Okay, so this one's gonna slide in here. And it looks frickin' awesome. Look how big that looks. Slid in there. And if you turn it around, all that you could see on the inside is unbelievable. And then we've still got a tower that goes up this high. This thing is just going to be a beautiful, thank you, William Cromer. 31 likes, thank you. Everybody who's coming in and hitting the like button. This is just freaking awesome. I don't even know what to say. I can't wait to put little individual orcs up on the, like up here. If you can kind of see here, like where I mean, this is just going to be so cool. I can't wait for the tower part of it. It might be out of picture range, but it's very cool, very cool. Once again, I've got to show that. Oh, you can't see the door in this angle, but maybe this angle, the door open, the front gate's open through a little lever here. But anyways, this thing's, it's coming together. This thing, what is this? This is going to, I think, do the trap door. Is what that's going to do. Okay, I need to get this back out so I can continue working on bag 31. Bag 31. What should I play next? Should I play Should I play Richard Diamond or... Let's see. We'll do something else other than... You did say Richard Diamond, so maybe I can go ahead and pop some Richard Diamond. Let's see. How about the Bloody Hat Case? Yeah, we'll do Richard Diamond, the Bloody Hat Case. How about that? I love Richard Diamond. I really do. Richard Diamond is so cool. Look at that tower. Ugh. And once I set this next to Rivendell, the huge elven council, it's going to look so darn cool. It's sitting over there right now, and I've got some medieval sets around it. I can't wait to show you guys. Other than these builds here, I can't wait to upload the videos of actually where these are going in regards to like the city and the village and stuff like that. But yeah, thank you all. I'm going to play Richard Diamond, the Bloody Hat Case, but definitely I'm on the bag 31. Might be the last bag, Lego My Ego. Darren Garcia. It has been so long since I've seen you, buddy. Hopefully all is well. Hopefully all is well. I'll be doing this live just about every day. Little bit of me talking, building, playing some old-time radio. Because I sit here all day long building these sets and working on the city and stuff. So I may even set the camera up in the city while I'm working on like sidewalks and the park and some other details and stuff like that. So yeah, no, thank you for being here. I like how Lego designers now are making the detailed set we dreamed about as kids. Yes, Overkill, that's why it's become such a big deal with adults. I mean, adults more than kids are the ones buying a lot of these Legos. I mean, of course we're buying them for our kids too, but as adults, we see the detail and everything they put in these, and they're just fantastic. Just tuned in. Cool Lego, yes, love the show. Thank you, Darren Garcia. Hey, Tomo, what is going on? OTR Freaks, yes. Excited to see, love Lego builds. Thank you, Red. Yeah, these streams are a little bit different because it's just me sitting here talking a little bit, showing like the process of building these. And I started playing, some episodes throughout the stream. So I'm going to get back. I'm going to start on bag 31. Okay, and thank you all for being here, hanging out. Feel free to ask any questions too, or anything. I mean, we're here to chill, listen to some shows, chat. Yeah, so here we go. The Bloody Hat Case, Richard Diamond. Fast becoming my favorite. Between Richard Diamond and Broadway Is My Beat. I don't know. I really, really love Dick Powell and Richard Diamond, but I guess that changes throughout the years, as you listen to old time radio. But here we go.
Here's Dick Powell as Richard Diamond, private detective.
Thanks, Darren.
Hello there. My name's Diamond. If you spotted me on the street, you'd probably figure me for an average working man. But you'd be wrong. I fit the description all right because I break my back 6 days a week to keep my piggy bank nice and stuffed. But my occupation puts me in a class by myself. I'm a private, nothing in this world but detective. You probably say, so what? The average working man comes under the heading of a lot of different jobs, and you'd be right on that count. But there's one little thing that puts me in a class all by myself. Trouble. Mr. and Mrs. Average John Doe work 6 days a week to keep clear of it. I put in the same time playing footsies with it. It's a kind of silent partner with references dating all the way back to the year one. People get in trouble every second, and I count on a small percentage to come to me to get them out of it. The rest, odds and good advertising. As an example, take the other night in a little bistro over on 48th Street. A couple of guys sitting at a back table were getting set for a special brand of trouble. The big kind that you find under the heading of murder.
Oh, Bert, old boy, this is turning out to be a wonderful evening.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it, George.
Yes. Say, who's the blonde over there in the booth?
Well, I've never seen her before, but she's cute.
Yeah, she sure is. Good evening, baby.
Oh, George,
Eh?
take it
What?
easy. Maybe she's waiting for someone.
Oh, don't be silly. Look, she's smiling. Let's ask her over to the table.
Well,
huh?
I still think she's waiting for someone. If you want to take the chance, go ahead. You ask her.
All right, I will. I said good evening.
Good evening.
My friend and I noticed you were sitting alone, and we wondered if you'd join us.
Oh, I don't believe I can. You see...
Oh, please, just for a few drinks?
No, really. Thank you just the same.
Well, if you say so, but I'll be unhappy for the rest of the evening.
Hi, baby.
Tony.
I'm sorry I took so long, but... Hey, who's this guy?
Now, Tony.
I said, who's the guy?
If you'll excuse me.
No, you wait a minute.
George, come on. I think we'd better leave.
This guy a friend of yours?
Yes, he is.
Was this guy making a pitch, man?
No, he only asked me over for a drink.
Oh, he did, huh?
Now, wait a minute, pal.
Please, I made a mistake. I'm sorry.
So you made a mistake. Well, I don't like jokers that try and pick up my girl.
Hey, wait a minute. You didn't have to slug him.
Maybe you'd like to do something about it.
Maybe I would. Loud enough.
That's the first time Tony ended up on the short end of a fight in a long time.
You all right, George?
Yes, I think I cut my head.
Yeah, you're bleeding all over the place. You better get out of here, mister. I saw the manager duck in the back room. He's probably calling the cops.
Here, let me give you a hand, George. Here, now, take my hat and wear it over the cut until you get home.
I'm getting down here, too. You want me to drop you off?
What about your boyfriend? He's still unconscious.
He was that way when I met him. You want the lift or not?
What about you, Bert?
Oh, I'll be all right. Now, go on. Let her take you somewhere so you can get cleaned up. I'll grab a cab and head for my place. I'll call you in the morning.
But I don't
Now,
want
stop
to...
arguing. You can't afford a scandal.
All right.
Come on, honey, let's go.
Well, this very nice apartment.
Hey, Adam, for Christ, what's going on? See, the thing is, sometimes everything's in front of you, and I'm looking and looking and looking, and I do not see the piece. And I know it's here. Like, I'm looking for the staff for Sauron, and I've looked. Where is it? Oh, see? It rolled up over there. Oh, that drives me nuts. Okay, back to the show.
You better go get cleaned up. Back to that room. I'll get a couple of drinks.
I can sure use a drink. I won't be long.
Take your time. Yes. Tony, get out of here.
Where is that
Go
guy?
on, get out of here.
Why, you cheap little... I'll beat it out of you.
Let go of me. Take your hands off me.
Take your hands off her. I'll kill the both of you.
Help! There's a gun in the desk.
A gun? All right. I'll wring your little neck. Oh!
You shot him.
I did?
You better get out of here.
Yeah, but what about you?
Go on, get out while you can. I'll think of something.
Yes.
Leave the gun. I'll throw it in the river or something.
Huh? Oh, all right.
Now go on, beat it. You just killed a man.
Yeah, come in.
Hi,
Hiya, Mr. Diamond.
Well, Hennessy, what did you do, wreck your cab?
Nah, it's down in the front. Hey, that's a warm magazine you're reading there.
Yeah. Listen to what it says here about women's bathing suits.
Huh?
1949 suits allow maximum exposure to sun. Note plunging neckline. Note. Who's going to miss it? If it plunged in the lower, it'd wind up at the bends.
Yeah. Mr. Diamond, would you mind shoving it in the drawer? The picture distracts me.
Not at all, no. I don't blame you, Hennessy.
Thanks.
Now, what's on your mind?
This?
A hat?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I can do you much good. What did you bring it to me for?
I found it in the gutter over in Flatbush.
So what? Some guy loses a hat. Don't tell me you want me to find him.
No, I just got to worrying a little, you see. I found this beside it.
Oh, a 38. Well, let's have a look.
Take a look at the hat, too. It's got blood all over the inside.
Yeah. And initials on the inside. BK. Gun's been fired. You can still smell the powder in the barrel. Why didn't you take this to the police?
Oh, I didn't want to get mixed up in it. You see, I got to pick up as many fares as I can. I ain't got nobody to drive my cab for me, and I didn't want to spend the day answering questions down at headquarters, you understand?
Well, you'll probably have to anyway. I'll have to notify them.
Yeah? Well, I thought maybe you could find out who owned the hat and maybe solve the case before you notify him, you see? That way I wouldn't have to spend too much time. I could just tell him I found it and beat it.
Well, I can't withhold evidence. It'd take away my license. And if you did, they'd lock you up.
Okay, I just thought
well,
maybe...
I can check the hat store before I get to the 5th precinct.
Yeah, well, won't that be a tough job? There's a lot of hat stores,
Well,
you
this
know.
hat's got a label. Besides, when someone finds a bloody hat with a 38 lying next to it, I get interested. Particularly when there isn't a corpse to go with it.
Yeah. Well, I gotta go, Mr. Diamond. Thanks a lot. You got a free ride anytime you want it.
I may take you up on that. So long, Hennessy. Well, there you are. What did I tell you? When you're working with trouble, something always shows up. Sometimes it's just a routine case. A guy knocks off his wife and he comes to you because he suddenly found out that he had that lonely feeling. Or maybe you get a real screwy one. A taxidermist that got tired of stuffing animals and went to work on a neighbor. Or then you get one that gives you the same feeling you get when you pick up a poker hand and the first 4 cards you look at are all spades. Well, I was holding 2 cards. A hat with blood on it, a gun that had been fired, and all I needed to fill out the hand was a body. By all rights, I should have taken the evidence right down to my friend, Lieutenant Levinson, at homicide. But I didn't have anything to do, so I decided to see what kind of pieces I could fit into the puzzle. The label in the hat was from a store on 5th Avenue. It wasn't far from my office, so I walked it.
Yes, sir. Something I can do for you?
Yeah, stop munching your sen-sen and tell me if this hat is from your store.
Well, let me see it. These glasses are not telescopes, you know.
Yeah, here.
Well, if you're planning to return this merchandise, sir, I can assure you the store will not accept it. You've been bleeding on the sweatband.
Look, Rosebud, I just want to know if the hat is from this store.
It most certainly is. It's one of our custom models.
Who did you sell it to?
If you found this hat, we will be glad to return it to its owner. We are not supposed to give out the names of our clients.
I have a small badge here that should cut this conversation down to a few words. See?
Oh.
Now, would you mind telling me to whom did you sell this hat?
Well, just because you're a detective, I am not impressed. However, under the circumstances, I'll give you the buyer's name.
You're a real sport.
I suppose you wear a shoulder holster, too. Or is that bulge your tailor's fault?
Psst. Come here. I really keep a midget in there.
You don't say.
Yeah. He spits through the lapel at stupid hat clerks.
Oh, really?
Now, come on, Bright Eyes. Who bought the hat?
Well, if you'll just hold your horses.
That's the new line, if I ever heard one. Come on, Bubbles.
Yeah. Here it is. This hat was sold to a Mr. Bertram Calmus. We make all his hats for him.
Well, bully for you. What's his address?
430 Sutton Place. Now, will that be all, sir?
Yes, that will be all, and thank you. You've been a brick through the whole ugly mess. I left him watering his gardenia and headed for the residence of one Mr. Bertram Calmus. The apartment house was about 10 blocks away, and with the money I had in my pocket, all taxicabs started looking like iron claws with 4 wheels. I walked.
Yes?
How do you mean that?
Yes, I don't want any.
Oh, and I've got a pretty good sales talk.
I never buy anything unless I have a demonstration.
My middle name is Semper Paratus. Like the Coast Guard, I'm always prepared.
I suppose I could top that, but I'm getting tired of trying to close the door on your foot. What is it you want?
I hate to admit it, but I'm looking for Bertram Calmus.
My husband.
Good for him. Is he in?
No, but he will be any minute. What's it about?
This hat, I believe, is his.
What blonde's apartment did it turn up in?
It was found in the gutter in Flatbush.
Well, Flatbush is a little out of his territory, but the gutter sounds familiar. What's that stain all over it?
Blood. Does your husband bleed a lot?
Not recently. We've been getting along. Are you from the police?
I'm a detective.
Does your husband bleed a lot? Not recently. We've been getting along. Oh, I'm sorry. That's so funny. Yeah, this is coming together. Next level. Really coming together. Anyways, and thanks everybody. Thumbs up, all that good stuff. Thank you guys very much. Much love.
Come in.
I'd hate to be selling brushes.
I'd have slammed the door on your face.
Oh, well, then I made an impression.
Perhaps. Let's just say you're waiting for a sacrifice to move you to second base. Won't you sit down?
Thanks. What happens when I round third?
That depends on your batting average, Mr.
Diamond, Mrs. Calmus.
That fits.
Now, getting back to a very dull subject, does this hat belong to your husband?
I don't know. It looks like one of his. Has it got any initials in the band?
Mm-hmm. BK.
When did you find it?
I didn't. The cab driver picked it up this morning.
And it isn't my husband's blood. He left about a half an hour ago to do some shopping, and it was very bloodless.
No cuts on his head?
No cuts. He came in around 2 this morning. He'd been drinking, but he wasn't cut up. Oh, there he is now. I hope we can discuss baseball another time.
Well, I got all the things you wanted, and...
Bert, this is Mr. Diamond.
Oh, my God, Darren.
Detective.
Come on.
Yeah?
That's
Well, how are
wrong,
you?
bud.
Fine, Miss Calmus.
Oh,
Tell me, is this your hat?
My hat? Let me see it. Why, no, it isn't.
The hat store on Fifth Avenue says they sold it to you.
Well, I can't help what they say. That's not my hat.
Are you sure, darling? It was found in a gutter.
I don't care if they found it on a Yale man in the Harvard Club. It's not mine.
Well, I guess I'll have to take your word for it.
Wait. Isn't that blood on the hat?
Yeah. Well, goodbye, Mrs. Calmus. Mr. Calmus. Nice meeting you both.
I'll see you to the door.
I can do it.
I know you can, dear. Coming, Mr. Diamond?
Sure.
Goodbye. Come back again, Mr. Diamond.
Well, goodbye, Mr. Calmus.
Where can I call you?
What?
I can't explain now. Where can I call you in about a half an hour?
My office. It's in the book.
You'll hear from me, but please don't do anything until then.
Okay. Half an hour. Then I go to the police with this hat. Wuss.
Mr. Diamond, this is Bert Calmus.
Yeah?
Yes, I couldn't say anything to you in front of my wife. That is my hat.
Well, I thought so. Why did you deny it?
Well, I was out with a pal last night. There was a fight over a girl. I didn't want to mention it in front of my wife.
Oh, how did the blood get on the hat?
My friend got hit on the head, and I loaned him my hat to cover up the wound.
What was it doing in the gutter in Flatbush?
I really don't know. My friend left with the girl, and I went right home.
Well, who is this friend of yours? I think something may have happened to him.
Well, I called him this morning, and he seemed very nervous about something, and he asked me to come over. I'm in the lobby of this hotel right now.
He's probably just worried about the girl he picked up. As long as the blood on the hat was from a cut on his head, I don't think there's too much to worry about.
No, Mr. Diamond, I think it's more than that. He's my employer, and I know him pretty well. I do wish you'd come over.
Well, all right, Mr. Calmus. What's the address?
The Whitsett Hotel on East 54th Street. I'll meet you in the lobby.
Don't ask me why I started getting that lousy feeling when all I had was a bloody hat, a gun, and a pretty good explanation for one of the items. But there it was. That jammed-up feeling in the pit of my stomach, like I just swallowed a whole pineapple. Something was wrong, and I wanted to find out what. So I hurried over to the Whitsett Hotel and met Calmus in the lobby.
I'm glad you came, Mr. Diamond. I just put in a call to George's room, and someone else answered.
So what?
Well, the man asked a lot of questions, like who I was and what did I want with George, and...
Oh, I take it George is your friend of last night.
Yes, George Watkins. He's the president of the firm I work for.
Well, let's go up. When someone starts asking questions like that on the phone, it begins to sound like the police have moved in. Come on.
Yeah?
Oh, hello, Walt.
Rick, what are you doing here?
Fair question. I'll answer yours if you'll do the same for me. I came up to see a Mr. George Watkins.
So did I.
Well, what's the matter? Is George in some kind of trouble?
Who's this guy?
Oh, he's a friend of Watkins, works for him.
Oh, yeah? Well, come on in.
George. George, what's going on here?
You better let the lieutenant tell you, Bert. I can't think anymore.
What's the charge, Walt?
Murder.
Murder?
We got a call from a girl last night who said a man named George Watkins killed someone in her apartment. When we got over there, we found the girl dead, too.
Oh, well, you must have the wrong man, Inspector George.
Lieutenant. And I'm sure you think George wouldn't, but he just confessed.
George? Yes, Bert, I killed the man. But I didn't kill her. The man came in and tried to strangle her. She told me to get the gun in the drawer, and when the man wouldn't let her go, I shot him.
That isn't what the girl told us. She said she took this guy home after he'd been in a fight, and when they got to her apartment, he made a pass just as her boyfriend came in. Then Watkins shot him and ran out. We figured he got excited, and when he had time to think about it, he went back and killed the only other witness.
I didn't kill the girl. I never went back there at all. I came straight here.
Walt, Mr. Calmus here was with him up until the time he left with the girl.
Is that right, Mr. Calmus?
Why, yes, sir.
Now, there was a previous fight, and Watkins got that cut on his head. Mr. Calmus loaned him his hat to cover the wound.
That's right, sir.
And, by the way, Walt, what caliber was the murder weapon?
.38, but we haven't found the gun yet.
Here, check this one with ballistics.
How'd you find this?
Cab driver named Hennessy brought it into me this morning. Found it lying with a hat.
Did you ever see this gun before, Watkins?
No, I told you I don't own a gun.
Walt, what time do you figure he killed the man and the girl?
The coroner fixed the time of death about 1 o'clock this morning.
How long were you at this girl's apartment, Mr. Watkins?
Why, about 5 minutes before her boyfriend came in. I shot him and left immediately.
And you don't remember taking your hat or the gun?
What are you getting at, Rick? This is an open and shut case. He admits killing one of them, but he won't admit the other killing because he knows it was premeditated.
Just a hunch, Walt, just a hunch. Mr. Watkins, would you mind telling me just what happened after the girl's boyfriend started choking her?
Well, I grabbed a gun out of the dresser near the kitchen, and I shot him. And the girl told me to get out, that she'd take care of things, so I dropped the gun and ran.
Did you hear anything else? Anything unusual?
No. But, yes, now that you mention it, I did hear something, but it slipped my mind until now.
What did you hear?
Well, I don't know whether I can describe it or not. It sounded like someone had opened a bottle of flat champagne.
What are you getting at, Rick?
Oh, wait a minute, Walt. When did you hear this noise?
Right after I shot the man. I remember wondering if someone hadn't opened a bottle in the kitchen.
Is that where the noise came from?
Yes, I think so.
All right, if I go over and case the scene, Walt?
We've done that.
Yeah, but you weren't looking for something. Why don't you come with me, Mr. Calmus? I'd like to talk with you. What's the address, Walt?
16 West 113th Street.
Well, now, look, don't worry too much, George. I can handle the business, and in the meantime, I'll do everything to get you off.
Thanks, Bert.
Now, you wait a minute, Rick. If you think you know something...
Walt.
Yeah?
Bye.
Calmus and I went downstairs and took a cab over to 16 West 113th Street. It was a middle-class apartment house in Flatbush, a 4-story brownstone. I let Calmus pay the fare, and we went in. I wonder what floor it's on.
Well, should tell on the mailboxes. Yeah, here it is. Nan Phillips, 206.
Well, let's go up. Oh, what do you do for Mr. Watkins?
I'm his vice president. That's why I took him out last night. I wanted to interest him in a new account. I just can't imagine him killing anyone, but I guess people do funny things when they lose their heads.
Yeah. 206. Oh, here it is.
Yeah?
Hello.
Oh, no.
Good afternoon, Sergeant Otis.
What do you want, Diamond?
I want to stand out here in the hall and count the hairs in your 5 o'clock shadow. Now, let us in. The lieutenant said it was all right.
Okay, comic.
Mr. Calmus, meet Sergeant Otis.
How are you?
Hello, Sergeant.
Otis, make like a policeman and point out the circumstances in this killing, will you?
Well, I don't know why I should, Shamus, but if the lieutenant sent you over, I guess I'll have to. 2 bodies was over there by the window, lying pretty close together.
Uh-huh.
The killer, that Watkins fellow, was standing about here in the center of the room.
With his back to the kitchen door.
Yeah. He shot them both from about here. Hey, what are you looking for?
Oh, I like to get down on my hands and knees. It's cooler.
And it won't do you no good to start looking for fancy clues. The guy already confessed.
Well.
Hey, what do you got there?
Just a wad.
So, you got some wadding from the murder gun. You better give it here.
Sure. But hang on to it, Otis, and be sure to give it to the lieutenant. Maybe you haven't noticed, but murder guns don't throw this much wadding unless you can kill someone with a blank cartridge.
What?
Don't let it throw you. Mr. Calmus, I've got some things to do. Can I drop you somewhere?
Well, no, thanks. Now that Mr. Watkins can't take care of the office, I better go down and check over some things. But I'll keep in touch with you, Mr. Diamond.
You do that.
Now, wait a minute, Diamond.
Oh, stop trying to figure it out, Otis. You'll snap your wig. I was getting close to something. I wanted to tie the ends together before it caught up with me. I had a big, fat hunch that Watkins had been framed good, and the more I found out, the more it looked like a killer was still loose. The whole setup had been screwy from the first. Why would a guy lose his hat and drop his gun in the same place? Or, if he threw them both away, why wouldn't he burn the hat and throw the gun in the river? Nobody's frightened enough to lay them side by side in the gutter. I learned a lot since this morning, and I was certain of one thing. The killer tried to make it look good, but he was an awful amateur. I knew something else, too. Amateurs can be awfully mean sometimes when you corner them. I put in a call to Walt and told him what I had, and then I asked him to give me half an hour and meet me at Mrs. Calmus's flat. I grabbed another cab, and 20 minutes later, I was sitting on a long couch next to Mrs. Calmus. It's easy to get that crowded feeling, even on a long couch. You just both sit on the same cushion.
Comfy?
Oh, yeah. What kind of perfume is that?
My sin.
Past or future tense?
A rounding second. What brought you back, Mr. Diamond?
Oh, I want to ask a couple of questions.
Past or future tense?
What time did your husband get in last night?
I told you about 2 o'clock. Why?
Do you know if he knows a girl named Nan Phillips?
I really don't know.
Oh. Well, all right. Just a few more questions, and then we'll get back to that perfume.
I'll think ahead.
You said you'd been getting along with your husband. Would you mind explaining that?
Certainly I like nice things, and lately he's been buying them for me.
Oh. What's your husband's salary?
About $15,000 a year.
Oh. Could he afford to buy you these things?
Well, he told me he was getting a raise, and then he'd gotten a big advance. What's this all about?
Maybe I'd better tell you.
Bert, I didn't hear you.
I did.
What are you doing with that gun?
I'm going to use it. I found Mr. Diamond making passes at my wife, and I shot him.
Are you crazy?
Don't ask him that. He's allowed to start thinking about it. You can't shoot me and get away with it, Calmus. What are you going to do with your wife? She won't back you up.
No, I guess she wouldn't. All right, both of you, get up and walk downstairs to my car.
Bert, what are you doing?
Your husband killed 2 people last night, Mrs. Calmus. Now he's going to try and cover because he guessed I knew how it was done.
You're not going to kill me, too.
Get moving.
Bert, please.
Go on.
Better do as he says.
Why did you kill anyone, Bert?
He wanted to frame his boss. I'll bet when the company checks, they'll find out he's had his hand in the till.
They won't find out, Mr. Diamond. With Mr. Watkins booked for murder, I'm next in line for president. I'll be able to fix the book so it will look like he took the money, too.
Is that where you got the money for all those things you've been buying for me?
You shot the man and the girl from the kitchen with a silencer, didn't you, Bertram?
That's right. I knew you were onto something when you discovered that wad from the blank cartridge.
I was onto something a long time before that.
Yeah? All right. Come on. Over to that gray sedan, and remember, I've still got this gun in my pocket.
Ah, you're an amateur, Bertram.
Is that right?
Sure. I knew you had something to do with it when we got over to the girl's apartment. I didn't know what floor it was on, and you looked in the mailboxes.
That's the best way to find an apartment, isn't it?
Yeah, but not once at any time did anyone mention the dead girl's name. But you knew it and found it on the mailbox.
All right, stop right here. Open the door, Gene, and get in first. The front seat.
Bert, please.
Get in. All right. Now you, Mr. Diamond, you're going to drive.
You know, I left my license in my other suit.
Stop stalling.
I had to do something to stall for just a second because over Bertram's shoulder I spotted a prowl car sliding up to the curb, and good old Walt was climbing out. Bertram, would you mind answering just one question?
What is it?
The gun that Watkins thought he killed the man with was loaded with blanks, wasn't it?
Sure. I killed the guy from the kitchen with a silencer.
The whole thing was rigged, huh? The man and the girl were supposed to stage that fight, and Watkins was supposed to shoot the guy with the dummy slug.
You said one question. Now get in the car.
All right, Calmus, don't move.
What? Why, you...
Duck, Rick!
That was a close one. You're so right, Walt. Take his gun. I think you'll find it's the one that Watkins fired the blanks from. How is he? On his way. Hey, Bertram.
I'll go call the wagon.
Bertram,
Yes.
you want to tie the ends together?
I paid the girl and the man to stage the fight. I told them I wanted to frame George and blackmail him.
So you framed him with a double murder instead. Why?
I'd been stealing money from the company. How'd you know it was me?
Well, knowing the girl's name for one thing, and your wife told me you'd gotten in about two. You told me over the phone you went straight home after the fight in the cafe. The killing took place about 1. Watkins said he'd been at the girl's for 5 minutes. About 15 to get to her place, so that meant you all left the cafe around 12:30. It doesn't take an hour and a half to get... Hey, Bertram.
Diamond,
Huh?
I don't think Bert can hear you.
Yeah. Well, it was a pretty dull story anyway. Well, the wagon got there, and I briefed Walt on everything that had happened. They took Mrs. Calmus home and released Watkins. It was a stinking hot afternoon, and I needed something cool to bring me down to normal, so I headed for 975 Park Avenue. A tall lemonade with a mind of its own, and a curvaceous redhead with the same gimmick.
Yes? Oh, good afternoon, Mr. Diamond.
Afternoon, Francis. Miss Asheron?
Yes, sir. She's in the study, reading.
Thanks, Francis. Oh, how about something cool?
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Hi.
Hi. Wow, you look cool enough. That's a nice getup.
You like it? It's the newest thing.
Yeah, I saw it in the magazine. What do you do if it shrinks?
Oh, silly.
No, I'm concerned. You might get raided.
Don't you like it?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you think of me?
Ah, you're adorable. You're beautiful and you're cute.
Hey, that sounds like a song.
Uh-huh. Come here.
No, not sing it. It's cute.
That's too hot.
I'm rather cool.
Well, I was only lukewarm until I spotted that play suit.
Go on. A, you're adorable.
Okay, but then I want to play. Get it? Play suit.
That was dandy.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Go on.
Hey, you're adorable. B, you're so beautiful. C, you're a cutie full of charm. D, you're a darling. And E, you're exciting. And F, you've got feathers on your arm.
Oh, Rick.
G, you look good to me. H, you so heavenly. I, you're the one I idolize. J, we're like Jack and Jill. K, you're so kissable. L is the love light in your eyes.
Rick.
Do you want me to finish?
I love you.
Oh, you're sweet. Come here.
Mm-hmm. Just one moment, sir.
Yes, Francis?
I'm not going to be embarrassed again. Here's your lemonade.
Thank you, Francis.
Oh, it's nothing, sir. A, you're adorable. B, you're so beautiful. C,
You have just heard Richard Diamond, Private Detective, starring Dick Powell. Helen was played by Virginia Gregg, Lieutenant Levinson by Ed Begley. Also in our cast were Wilms Herbert, Byron Kane, Lorene Tuttle, Paul Freese, and Wally Mayer. Music was under the direction of Frank Worth. Richard Diamond is written by Blake Edwards and directed by William P. Rousseau. Now, this is Eddie King inviting you to be with us again at the same time next week when we will again bring you Dick Powell as Richard Diamond, Private Detective. This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.
Oh man, this is going to be tough. I got to put a sticker in something that turns. Oh, is this going to work? Okay, I think I got it. Okay. Now, Oh, this is why I hate stickers. This is why I hate stickers. If you make a goof, what do you do? Okay, you guys, hold on. Bear with me. Bear with me. This sticker is on the wrong way. Oh no, it was... I had it upside down, so it is... Oh man, I'll tell ya. Okay, hold on. Okay. Put it this way. I think. Did I get it? Come on. Perfect. Okay. There we go. Oh my god. That's why I hate when Legos make stickers to put on things. There we go. I got it on. I got it on. And that's going to go right there. Last piece, and then I will end this stream. I've been streaming for, let's see, how long have I been streaming for? 3.5 hours, maybe 4. Okay, so I've got this. Let's see. What's the next step after this? Okay. I got more to do. I'm almost done with this bag. Okay. This is where I'm at. Bag 32. 33. There's a total of 40 bags, so 7 more bags. Then I'm done. Then I'm done. So it is 9:12. So I am going to... I don't know. Did you guys enjoy hearing some old-time radio while I was putting this together? Again, this is going to be really, really cool. I can't wait till it's done. But I enjoyed doing it this way, that's for sure. And this is Sauron. If anybody knows the Lord of the Rings books, this is Sauron. And this is going to be a very sought-after figure for sure in years to come. So there you go. And yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 figures over there. I think that's the total amount of figures that there are with this. So yeah, so there you go. Had fun doing this with you guys. Yes sir, the combo works great. Thank you, Overkill with an O. I probably will be doing these on a daily, usually from 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Time or so. I did enjoy the stream. Hope you do more. JLR, probably, I'm not going to say, probably Monday through Friday. I'm not sure if I'm going to do one tomorrow, just because got some stuff I'm doing with my son. But after that, Sunday, me and Dave are doing our thing. Might do something early on during the day because I want to finish this up. But yeah, Lego Bara-dur. Again, I think I'm saying that correctly. And after it's done, I will do a very in-depth, close-up review of the entire thing. As well as very soon giving an update on the Lego City. After this, I'm either working on the Orient Express or another modular building. I think I'm going to do the Orient Express because I want to work on the train yard that's going behind the one section in the city. And I'm in the process of tweaking a couple things that I changed my mind on. But yeah, I mean, other than that, lots to do. And this is, honestly, this is going to take some years to... The Lego hobby, I could do the rest of my life. Who knows? But you know how life goes. Things change, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. And hobbies change and stuff like that. Great show, Dino. Was fun to watch and listen. Thank you, Red. Thank you for being here. Stephanie Press, take care, y'all. Take care, Stephanie, and thanks for being here. Watching me blabber on a little bit and listening to me and then listening to some old time radio show. With that said, yeah, let me go. I will see you guys maybe tomorrow, probably not, but definitely Sunday. And then next week, Monday through Friday, I'll probably be streaming this on a daily. So lots more videos on the channel, that's for sure. When it comes to stuff like this, a little bit of me talking, a little bit of old time radio shows. So yeah, there you go. What else can I say? I think that's it. Peace. Much love to each and every one of you. Make sure you hit that like. Please leave a comment below before you guys leave. Leave a comment in the below in the just where the comments go. Gee.